How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Match Day Live. And listen, I always say this, it's a big match. Crystal Palace, Emirates, 2 p.m. kickoff, but every game is a big game when you're challenging for the league title. We are leading the race by 5 points, but we're coming off one of the few low points we've had this season, obviously going out against Sporting on penalties at the Emirates. I say few. The Man City FA Cup one was another one. The little blip after that, you know, that was probably all in one. Didn't care too much about Brighton League Cup, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the League Cup. But it's a chance to bounce back now. It's a chance to go 8 points clear with obviously Man City not having a league game this weekend. So come on, boys, let's do this. Before we get into it all, I'm going to introduce the panel because we've got a debut. To my right, we've got Aaron. What are you saying?
What's going on, guys? Thank you for the warm welcome. It's good to be here. I'm excited. I'm nervous at the same time, obviously, for the game, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to get into it all anyway. Let me introduce the left-hand side. We've got Guna Lee back in the building.
Let's go. Life's good, man. Listen, I was upset the other day, really upset after what happened on Thursday, but listen, man, this is the chance to redeem myself, and let's hope that we get through that.
Yeah, I hear you, Shah.
Woo!
Energy crew.
Energy.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. I mean, Palace is coming to our ground today. We need them 3 points.
Yeah, no Patrick Vieira as well. But we're going to get into all that. Listen, people, before we do kick it off and delve into the game and debate what we need to, big up NordVPN for powering this matchday experience. Scan the QR code or click the link to get the AFTV special with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And you can also get a special Nord birthday celebration mystery gift.
It's like I've had no freedom to just be myself. I keep getting restricted. It's like someone's watching me at home, on the train, even in the bathroom. It's making me see red!
Well, that's because London is red.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, just to be sure, I'm going to prescribe you 2 years of NordVPN. You'll feel a better sense of self when you can explore the internet with freedom. And with next generation encryption on up to 6 devices, those feelings of being watched will be gone.
Does that mean I can access new content on the streaming services I've already subscribed to?
Just change your location in the app.
And I won't get tagged by any malware?
Nord's threat protection will have you covered.
And I can save money when travelling and shopping locally instead of internationally?
All you've got to do is click the link.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Doc.
All right, Ty.
No, I'm not right. It's a disgrace.
Charming.
Remember, with the AFTV special, you can get a bonus gift and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee.
And we're back, people. And yeah, big up NordVPN. Like I said, scan the QR code or hit the link in the description. Listen, Aaron, we're going to start with you because I haven't talked to you about Arsenal. This is your debut here, first time we've met. It's coming off the back of, like I said, a low point going out of the Europa League, but we're top of the league. And I think that's what everyone's focusing on. How have you been feeling in recent weeks going out of the Europa League, but still, you know, building back that 5 point cushion at the top?
Obviously, the guys were speaking about it earlier, and I kind of agree with what Robbie was saying. I am not happy that we're out of it, but I just think now there is no excuses. There is no excuses. We can fully focus on the league. It's the last push, and I just think now without the distractions, it really is ours to lose. Obviously, if we win today, what's that, 8 points clear, I think? Yeah. We go top of the table.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Turkish. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Guy. We've got the Red Bulls in the building as well.
Oh, mine are better.
You got to make a wish. Make a wish,
blow out your candles.
Candles and all that.
Let's do it.
COVID's gone now. Don't worry about that, man. We're good.
Oh, look, the Red Bull's there.
The security tag's still on. You're not still that. You're not still the Red Bull for my guy and that.
Wish. Easy wish. I can't even lie to you. It's an easy one today.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday!
Love my guy.
Thank you. Come on. I love you lot as well, yeah?
Love.
Let me move these.
Big.
before.
Hey, where's the receipt? Someone get the receipt for them Red Bulls, man. I want to see security tagging that. But yeah, man. Anyway, sorry, my guy. Sorry.
Nah, I love people. Love. Obviously, I'm not one to make a big deal of it all, but yeah, love to the people in the chat as well. It was my birthday yesterday, by the way. But yeah, we moved. Big 35 now.
What?
Make sure you show him some love on his
Innit?
Insta, on Twitter, man. Like, he's a solid guy, man. Always showing me love and respect as well. So big up to you, man. So
Yeah, happy birthday.
Sorry, Aaron. They interrupted your debut opinion.
Yeah.
But let's get back into it. Go on.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think if we win today, it puts us in a very, very strong position. And although it was frustrating, we didn't have the best performance, kind of going out of the Europa League. I think now it is just kind of all eyes on the league, and fingers crossed we can just kind of get it over the line.
100%, because it's one of those ones where I'm saying the same thing in terms of the league is the one. You know, I wanted to fight on both fronts. If we go and win the league, then I'm not even looking back at this. But if we don't, then it's going to hurt even more the way we went out, because we should have gone through against Sporting.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people underestimated them, but they're not to be underestimated, as we found out as well. But Lee, give me your thoughts. Knocked out the Europa League, 11 games to go in the league. Potential to go 8 points clear today.
Yeah. Listen, I do want to say as well, happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there.
Yep, happy
My mum
Mother's
as
Day,
well.
mummies.
Big up to my mum as well, even though sometimes she can get on my nerves. She's a great
It's
mum.
all love, that's what it is.
It is. So yeah, big up to her. But yeah, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Thursday I was hurt. I was really hurt because I just thought, we've been in it 6 times or 6 years, whatever, however you want to look at it, and we've had so many opportunities to kind of, get into a good position to win it. And the teams that we've gone out against, it's been hard. But look, it's almost, I think about the same thing I think about the Mudryk and Caicedo thing. If we, get replacements that come in and do a good job, as we've got, then I'm happy. If we win today, I'm moving past the Sporting thing. If we don't, then there's going to be an issue, because as Aaron so rightly put it, we don't have any excuses no more. That's the problem. We don't have any more excuses. So if we don't win today, then everyone's going to be on us, and I'm sure Turkish on the Big Six, you're going to be struggling, my guy.
Bro, they tried to have man on the ropes.
Listen,
on Friday.
I'm like, you know what? We can't have this. We can't have a position. We can't be in a position where we come out of 3 cups, maybe fortuitously, or in certain circumstances, and then this is what we're concentrating on. And then when we have our first opportunity to move past that, we don't, capitalize on it. But I'm confident today. Let me just keep it as that.
Yeah, we have to bounce back, Shaw. We have to make it 8 points today. Because like Lee said, if you double up on the disappointment after going out and potentially dropping points today against Palace, this international break turns into one where doubts can creep in. But the thing about Mikel as well is that he's managed to, during any low moment or blip, he's managed to regroup and get the team back firing again. Obviously, it's a chance for him to do that today. But like I said, we don't want to double up on the disappointment going into an international break.
100%, and I think we just got to try and take the positives out of, coming out of the Europa League now. The positives are we are just focused on the main thing, which is the Premier League. And as we've seen from, the All or Nothing documentary, Arteta's way of thinking, the way he gets sort of like into the players, and we see from the outside, the way he's just made all the team gel. He's created that positivity around the fan base and just the love. It's all there now, we feel it. And I feel like he will do a fantastic job, getting the players back on the right path in order to go out there and turn up for today's game. As you said, we're going into that international break now. We want to keep that margin, between City as big as possible. So today is a must-win game.
And I'm going to get into the lineup, because as much as we went out and that was disappointing, there was a bigger disappointment for me coming out of Thursday's game, and that's Saliba's injury.
And Tomiyasu as well.
But obviously in that position we have a backup. I know Lee was talking about, ideally, in his opinion, maybe Tommy would have played this game. Ben White might have slotted into the middle. But let me go through the lineup first. Ramsdale's in goal, Ben White right back, Zinchenko left back, and it's Holding coming in for Saliba alongside Gabriel. Then in midfield we have Partey, Xhaka and Odegaard, the usual suspects, and Trossard up top with Martinelli and Saka either side. Aaron, it's a strong team, one big change there, forced change. But do you think that change is going to play a big part, or do you think Holding's done enough over the years to turn it round and be confident in his ability again?
I think it's one of them ones where if he's coming in for a couple of games, I don't mind it. But I think going forward, if we're kind of going to be serious contenders over the next couple of years at the top of the table, when players like Saliba get injured, I think we're going to have a higher caliber of players coming in. And that's no disrespect to Rob Holding, because I think he's done very well. And I think on Thursday night, he played well.
Yeah,
but I think longer term, we're going to need to bring someone in who there's not such a difference in quality, I think. But for today, I think it's the right decision for him to play. He's coming off the back of a strong performance as well, so his confidence is probably quite high. But the only thing is the Palace team will be looking at it saying, look, that is going to be the weakness, and it's whether he kind of comes out on top. Only time will tell, really.
You're right, he did come on and have a good game against Sporting. One of few.
I wanted to ask Aaron as well, because obviously before we started, I know you said you played football, so obviously, sort of getting more of your expertise. Obviously, if you've got two front-footed, aggressive defenders, how does that kind of change the dynamic for you as a, someone who's playing maybe more further forward? Because we've got Gabriel, who he knows, he likes to go in for a tackle. He likes to be a little more front-footed. We normally have a sweeper in someone like Saliba who, sits back a little bit and he'll just mop up the little messes that we, if there is a mistake that's made. We're now going to have Rob Holding, who is similar to Gabriel in the aspect of he likes to try and nip that ball first, but he can get caught out. How is that going to change the dynamic, you think, for Arsenal?
I think that the back line is going to have to be very kind of aware of kind of runners in behind today. And obviously, when we're losing Saliba's pace, and obviously Rob Holding's coming in, who is a similar player, like you said, to Gabriel, I think the only thing that worries me today is the pace that Palace will have in behind. And obviously, if we are kind of pressing and on the front foot and we don't get the ball in that initial kind of phase of play, then it kind of does worry me, because we won't have kind of someone like Saliba who's got the pace and the physicality to kind of do that. And again, I think it will help him having kind of Ben White. I think he will probably today have to play a little bit more of a defensive role. To be fair, I think this season he's done really well going forward and stuff like that. But today, I think he's probably going to have to sit in a little bit more and kind of help Holding out today.
Leeds.
Becomes a bit annoying because you lose that overlapper for Saka, but I mean, it's just needs must, innit?
You talked in the start about you would have thought Arteta would do something different if Tomiyasu was fit. What would that have been? I
would have definitely played Tomiyasu centre back, keep Ben White where he is, because I think he just works so well with Saka.
Yeah,
we saw it on the was it Bournemouth? Yeah, it was Bournemouth where he came in half time and he made a difference. Scored the goal, did some really good stuff. So I would have definitely done that. I wouldn't have played a Holding at all. I just think people, is going to mention that he played well against Man City, against Haaland, and they're going to use that as barometer of how he's played for his whole existence at Arsenal, which isn't the case. There's been really, really poor performances, and as I said, I mentioned the Spurs when we lost, 3-0. And, you think he's someone who's mature, got himself sent off, trying to nick the ball away. 2 fouls quite quickly in the first half as well. And I just think the quality of him on the ball, there's so many things where I'm like, why? And that's my thing with him. Okay, fine. He might not. Nobody's going to be Saliba. There aren't many players that are at his level even though he's 21. But I just look at him sometimes and I think, why? But listen, I can talk about the centre backs all I like, but we've got more than enough to win the game, and he should have enough to win the game, because he's got quality. But would he get into the Crystal Palace centre backs right now? It is Gay and Anderson. Not really, nah.
Yep.
Nah, he's not getting in them, and they're 12th. Is he getting above Fulham centre backs? Not really. Tim Ream and Tosin, no. Is he getting above even the Wolves centre backs? They got Kilman. I'm not too sure. Like, is he? That's my point. That's all my point is. So, listen, man, we're trying to go for the league title now, and we need players that can really propel us forward. And I think Tierney would have been a better option for me. I've seen him play for Scotland centre back. I know on the left hand side, but he's got the quality. He can do it, So, look, Arteta, I can't doubt the guy. The guy is everything he touches, everything he does. I know Europa League, fine, but turns into gold. especially in the league this season. So I'm not here to argue with him at all, man. And the guy on the screen, Aaron Ramsdale, he's another one that people had doubts over. And now look how he's turned out. So
Very important part of the.
there you go.
Can I ask Lee a question? Are you feeling confident about a clean sheet today?
Well, hold on a second. You trying to get my score?
No, oh God.
Hold on.
You are so
Are you trying
paranoid.
to get my score here?
That's how you know when someone has this sort of behaviour,
Hold on.
that is how you know he's being
She got a
copied
bang
me.
on last time.
Wait, hold on.
I always get it bang on.
I just want to let Aaron, when we get into the colour, I don't even know if you do this game
Don't listen
prior.
to him,
but
Aaron.
Just certain people in it, just try and
He's
stay
speaking
clear
for
away.
himself.
Right.
Stay clear of
But
shot.
anyway, I love Charlene like that. But yeah, I'm just saying.
Shaw holding in for Saliba. That's the only change against the Palace side that I've just sacked Arsenal legend Vieira, a football legend, not just an Arsenal legend. Fans don't seem too happy about that decision. Listen, they haven't won a game in 2023. Their last win came 31st of December against Bournemouth. 11 games in the Premier League, no wins. FA Cup exit to Southampton, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, and the last four games, no goals, I believe, and then hardly any shots on target. So, do you think this Patrick Vieira sacking will galvanise the team, or do you think a lot of the players were there because of Vieira and loved having someone like that around?
I think, when you look at the calibre of Patrick Vieira, players are going to, appreciate a manager like that. And I do think he did play a fundamental role there. In terms of today, it's a bit tricky to call because it's like, all right, are these players going to, really turn up? Or are they in an even more vulnerable position, not having Vieira, as well as having the goalkeeping issue as well, because they've got the under-18s keeper in goal for them as well. So it is a bit of a tricky one to call. And I don't want to disrespect any team because, when you get a bit too cocky, that's when tables sort of turn. But I am feeling confident within our squad. Obviously, Holding, as you guys were saying, he can be a bit of a liability. I ain't going to sugarcoat that. But I do feel like we've got enough quality to go out there and, get the 3 points done today. But at the same time as well, I do feel like, they have got some good players as well, good attacking options as well. But we just have to be on our game, be focused and everything. And yeah, man, we could get the 3 points.
Let's go into the Palace team because there is an update as well. Apparently, I've got it here. They have Whitworth in goal, Mitchell left back, Ward right back. It was Gay and Anderson, but apparently Anderson's out and Tompkins is in. So that's a late change to the starting 11, which in my opinion benefits us. Then you have Decore, Schlupp and
Milivojevic.
That's it. Edouard up front, Elise on the right, Zaha on the left. So Palace, they've got threats, it just hasn't clicked for them in 2023.
The rumour is apparently Cecil went to the Crystal Palace under 21's training ground. That's why they've been playing so dead. I don't know, bro.
He had a little
the little visit to the Crystal Palace training ground, and then ever since then they can't get a shot on target.
But to be fair as well, when you look at the performance against Man City, they did actually do really well in that game, and the only reason why they lost it is because they gave away that penalty. So that's another thing that we sort of got to take into consideration as well.
Yeah, we got a few super chats in, and I say a few super chats, it's the same person, and it's one of the ops, judging by what he's saying. But Troy, superstar, 1 of 4, he said, "This is the most important game. I see Arsenal crumbling. I will send you guys a 50 quid super chat for a loss and 30 quid for a draw. I see 4 more defeats." How much if we win the league then, Troy? How much if we win the league? Because I want to see
you might
back
not be able
here
to afford
that. He also goes on to say, "Arsenal must lose today. Can't see a win. 4 more losses. I love your black kit. New manager bounce. Palace 3-1." And he ends it with, "Arsenal will finish 3rd after crumbling. 5 more losses. Newcastle, City, Chelsea, Brighton and Crystal Palace today. A few draws. You should make Champions League, hopefully." Oh.
What team does he support? We all know what team you support.
In normal circumstances, I would probably not say this, but put your mum's credit card away. I know it's all about, sending your super chats, giving your opinions, but put your mum's credit card away, please.
And Diallo says, "Anderson out changes things massively." Yeah, I mean, Anderson has been... Listen, as much as Palace haven't won a game in 2023, aside from the Tottenham 4-0, a lot of their games are 1-1, 0-0, a 1-0 loss, a 2-1 loss. It seems like defensively, Vieira still had the unit there working. It was just offensively, it just didn't seem to be working. So Aaron, Anderson out, Tompkins in, does that help us?
Yeah, I think definitely. And you know, for the kind of dynamic and the dressing room, it's never kind of ideal when something like that happens and it's a late change. You don't know kind of, as much as it shouldn't be the case, your preparation before a game is different. So to kind of just be kind of thrown in like kind of Tompkins has today, hopefully is going to work in our favour. But I think for us, I think if we're on our game, I don't think there's a team in the league that can touch us. But it's just,
we've been the best team in the league this year.
But I think it's just, we don't want today to be the banana skin and the day that everything clicks for Palace, because although their season hasn't been kind of great, they have players who can switch it on just like that. Yeah. Obviously, like Zaha, especially kind of being on holding side as well. I'm just hoping that yeah, we kind of dominate the game from the off, and I like to think, kind of with it being at home as well, we can do that.
Cool. Listen, people, we're going to head over to Info Desk now, Information Station, Info Desk. Cecil's there to give his thoughts, and we are live on Twitch as well. So make sure, if you're on Twitch, make sure you subscribe to us and get your comments in via Twitch.
Yes, people, Information Station, a bit of a lonely one today. Just me. James is at the ground watching the games. It's just me here. But I'm going to try and be the calm and cool collective head over here, giving the information that you guys would need to know during the game. I know I'm the one that's somebody losing himself, stressing, celebrating, not celebrating, but reacting to, you know, replays. Madness that was. But yeah, we're here. Finding out that Anderson, by the way, is not in the squad today for Palace is massive. Honestly, for me, I love Anderson. I've been doing some previews with some Palace fans, and I said, bro, he's a good defender, really good. And I know people go to Mark Gay, but for me, Anderson, top. I think that's a big miss for them. I think we can expose that. I know the Tariq Mitchell and Saka battle is going to be a good one, 100%. And last time, it's always physical, it's always intense. It's always a difficult one, but between both players. But I'm more looking at that now centre-back position to see if Arsenal can expose that, and also on the left side as well with Martinelli going down that wing. It's looking good. Obviously, Rob Holding in for William Saliba, the long-term injury. I've seen online, I'll be doing a lot of updates from what we're seeing online as well. I see a lot of people, you know, bigging up Rob Holding and saying, you know, he's got a big opportunity here, and then some people have a little bit of you know, worry that he might be in that side. But big him up after the performance he had in the Thursday night game against Sporting. He was a standout player. I think he deserves to start. I think this is a test that he's gonna thrive at. Crystal Palace, not in tremendous form, haven't won a game since, you know, the World Cup. So yeah, it's a big opportunity for him, and a big opportunity for Arsenal to go 8 points clear. I know this is hypotheticals. I said this to the guys on the panel on the Matchday Live set, and said, like, imagine we win today, that's 8 points clear of City, and then obviously they got Liverpool when they return from the international break, and I believe we have Leeds at home. And if we win that game, if they lose, and I'm being hypothetically, that's 11 points. 11 points, and I'd rather be in our position than what they're in, instead of in chasing, because of what happened, notoriously what happened last year. We were chasing for that top 4 spot. We fell out of it, even with just Premier League games, just back-to-back Premier League games, no cup games to disturb us, and we still missed out. So I don't feel like being a chaser, you're in a worse position, because we had all those games in hands. But now we are the front runners. I'm excited for this one, people. My score prediction, I know I haven't got the boards, I haven't done all that. Mine's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. I haven't even heard. Well, I haven't seen the predictions for the other boys, but I hear they're going with some big score lines. For me, I'm going to keep it humble, keep it safe, and go for a 2-1. And like Turkish mentioned, we are live on Twitch as well, so get your comments there. I'll keep all your super chats and all your Twitch comments and be reading them out throughout today's live as well. I got one coming earlier from Troy, Superstar says, Mum says, 1 month chat, I'm a Man United fan. If you know them, I think he's a Man United fan. Obviously, he's not happy with us, but we're going to hopefully win today and get in the lead with them. Like I said, send all your super chats and your Twitch comments. And guys, and the mothers out there, I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day as well from me. Take care. We're going to head back over to the Matchday Live team.
Of course, he's a United fan. I knew when he was sending the things in. It's a United fan, man. But like I said on the Big Six, aside from Man City, every other Big Six side would rather be in our position now, whatever League Cup you've won, still being in the Europa League, whatever it is, then their clubs are at the moment. You know, we're 5 points clear at the top. The Premier League is the one, as much as Champions League is the one that's eluded us, and in Europe we're poor. In my opinion, I've always said the next major I want to win is the Premier League before the Champions League. that would be ideal, because I want to get back on top of domestic football first and then see what we can do in Europe, hopefully change our fortunes around. But on Vieira, Lee, you know, harsh sacking, unfair?
Really unfair. I mean, I think Robbie was chatting about it earlier on and saying, you know, the previous 10 games that they've actually had to play, just really, really difficult. And when I saw the Man City game, I saw a team that was really trying to fight. Now, okay, fine, they didn't look good going forward, but you want to see your players running for you. You want to see your players giving that, you know, sort of drive and desire. And I saw that on the pitch from them. So it was very, very difficult to see that, you know, that sacking. And you look at the next last 10 games after this one, or 9 games they've got after this game, they've got some really favourable, you know, fixtures. So I thought that it was really difficult and a really hard one. I think he should be in the stadium today, and Arsenal should, you know, send him out a nice little box. Listen, he's royalty for Arsenal. Like, forget what any other football. I know you said it earlier on. He's a football great. He's an Arsenal legend.
Yeah.
So
Actually.
he's been sacked by, you know, the team that we're facing today. Rub it in their faces. Hopefully, send them down and give him a box today. Come out, bring him out at half time.
Hopefully, send them down. Yeah.
Send them down. I mean, I've got like a family affiliate. Well, I've got family who support Crystal Palace. I mean, they've even corrupted my little nephew. He supports Crystal Palace. He's 3 years old. So get him gone, man. Get him gone, man.
He's still got time. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, man. Just get him gone. Like, they done Patrick Vieira dirty, man. And I think when you look at the comments of Company, what he said the other day, same thing. Like, you look at the fixture that they've had, what they were looking to do going forward. Where do you expect Crystal Palace to be?
No, I hear you.
You look at the money they spend. They left him with no striker. They left him with no striker, and he's having to work wonders, man. I mean, I would have rather Cecil up front.
Nah, listen, a couple minutes to kick off now. I'm going to bring out these whiteboards as we do now, people. Somewhat a new thing. No, you got one there.
Got one.
There you go, Lee.
No.
You got a pen as well? Yeah. So we're going to write our predictions down, and at the end of the game, we're going to reveal them. So there's no cheating, there's no changing halfway through. Write them down now with goal scorers, and let's see at the end who comes out on top. I mean, Shah last week against Fulham got the 3-0 result bang on, so big up Shah. Since I've been on, no one else has done the same, but we'll see. In the chat as well, let us know your predictions and let us know your goal scorers too.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Don't talk too loud, you know, because Shah's out here.
Oh my God!
Look,
you see this, guys?
We know.
They know. Like, I do my thing,
We know.
Write it down. I don't ever cheat.
Allegations are
and
there.
these are always trying to accuse me. It's because I always get it right. I don't get no opinions, nothing. I just do my thing.
There we go. Me and Shah are done.
Exactly.
Aaron and Lee still going through. Let me see what the chat is saying. Golden says 3-0 Arsenal. Hassan says 3-1. R1 says 2-0. 1-0 from Patricia Saka. Gold Brand says 4-0. Silver saying 2-1 Palace. Wade 4-1. No, Wade says 3-1, sorry. Jamie saying 1-0 Rob Holding. Imagine.
I'll be in the mud.
Another 3-1 from Juliet. A lot of confident scores. There's one draw there from Gary 2-2. Obviously, I don't know who's an Arsenal fan and who's not in the building, so it's interesting seeing the different scores. We've got 7-0 there. Trey, you know about 7-0, right? And he said another super chat, you have no history of consistency, you can't magic it out, my bro.
This guy.
Guna San says, hey Guna Lee, you need to leave Cecil alone.
That's my guy, that's my bro. I'm just saying, innit? Like, apparently, ever since he went to the training ground, Crystal Palace have been dead, so I don't know, bro.
They won't have him back.
Shah has been on fire with her predictions. The rest got no chance.
Exactly. Thank you so much for supporting, you know.
And he's going 3-1 Arsenal, so.
Okay.
Big guy says if we lose, we won't reveal them. Well, against you know what? Against Sporting, I just packed it in. I was so disappointed at the end of that game. I didn't care about who predicted what. I don't think anyone cared about who predicted what. So potentially, yes. If we lose, actually not potentially. If we lose today, you think I give a shit about turning these boards around and letting me know what I predicted?
Do you know what,
I'll still turn mine around.
You don't do that. I'm not prompting it.
Well, we've written it all down. It's tucked away under the sofa. Maybe we could just say it out loud now.
No.
Now?
Yeah.
No. Leave it.
No, because I want to know if we win first, as in like if Arsenal actually win. But I'll still say, man, I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll still say it.
I'll
But
say
you
it.
know, well, that ain't going to be the case today. But like in the sporting game, it was just like, all right, whatever.
No, but like you see what it is, yeah, with the sporting game as well. I think you know what, and another one, it's a cup game. So I'm not giving it like sort of any reprieve, but I'm just saying the cup game's a bit different. Like they maybe didn't mind going to extra time and stuff like that. Things play different. Whereas here it's just 90 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Team's huddled in. Kickoff is imminent.
Crowd looks good today as
Isn't
well.
it live? Look at how lively they are.
It looks good
Live,
today.
oh.
Come on, man.
Exciting.
This is a massive game.
Exactly.
I need that same sort of, you know how we went in against Fulham in the first 45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dismantled
Fast.
them. I need that.
I want to see that type of performance today.
The thing, as I said, is if there's any villain arc, it's gonna be Zaha, ex-Arsenal. I say Arsenal fan, target, and he loves to rile up rival fans, man. He loves it. So
Thing is, it'll be interesting to see how we start as well, obviously after 120 minutes during the week.
True.
See how that's gonna affect things as well.
But the good thing is we've got a good bench now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, nice
Good
pressure.
start.
Let's
Who was
start
that? That was
Arsenal.
Tompkins as well.
Might start off shaky.
That's what we want. But I'm saying, I want in the first 5 minutes, I want 3 shots minimum, because it's a 19-year-old keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How old is is his name? Is it Banzunu from Southampton? How old is he? You know the Southampton
I don't
keeper.
think
He's not 19
I
though,
don't
is
think
he?
he's younger now.
Yeah, he must be the youngest keeper in the Premier League then.
Probably. Forced upon as well.
Yeah, and I mean,
Literally.
what's the youngest keeper probably ever? Like, I just think these are the things where
Who wants it?
you make a mistake. If you make a mistake as a keeper, that's leading to a
De
goal.
Gea was quite young when he came in. I don't
was
think
he?
he was that young, but he was quite young when he
Yeah,
came in.
maybe.
And he had mistakes early on, and
Yeah.
there was doubts, but
Yeah.
he turned it around.
I just think pop some shots, man. Like the crowd look good. It looks full, packed.
We're home.
We're home. Like, just put it up. Like put the pressure on him.
How do you think he'll handle the pressure as such a young
What a
keeper?
touch.
I think he's going to struggle. I think he will struggle.
Because, I guess it depends on personality, because you can either thrive in situations like this if you're
Yeah.
like mentally strong and confident, or, you can really fold under the pressure. So be interesting to see.
I mean, this is not only is it the away game against the top, the league leaders, but the teams won yesterday.
Oh, Saka! Oh,
Leeds won yesterday. Who else? Well, Leicester didn't lose, did they?
they drew. Yeah.
Who else played? There was someone else.
Southampton drew.
Drew as well. So
Tottenham,
yeah, so that's the thing. There's teams that are below them that are picking up points. So if he doesn't, play well and they don't pick up points, he knows that it's on him.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
And the relegation battles is like, when I looked at it, Palace in 12th, prior to the fixtures this weekend, only 3 points away from 18th.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So from
like the
12 to
margin is so
bottom.
small.
Yeah.
It's mental.
It's tight.
It's mad.
Yeah.
It's leading up to a great ending to the season.
Yeah.
The title race is there. Then you have a top 4 battle
Yeah.
with Newcastle, Tottenham, Liverpool maybe creeping up, Brighton still in and around it.
Yeah.
Then you have the relegation battle. Will Chelsea make the Conference League? That's another one.
Boy.
Has anyone checked in on Matisse?
Boy.
Yeah, he's all right, man.
Listen.
Oh.
Hey, Skullfraggery, you got work to do this weekend, my guy.
Wait, did Everton beat Chelsea yesterday?
No, they drew, innit?
They drew. What was it? 1-0.
2-2.
2-2 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy came off the
Sims?
bench. Yeah, I've never heard of him in my life, ever. Never heard of him. I don't know if he.
Late goal as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's good or not. But it's stress to concede that goal
That's
like
it,
that.
go
Come on.
Martinelli on the
Martinelli.
ball, out on the left, cutting in.
Go on, play it.
Xhaka.
Oh.
He's in.
Oh, nice,
He's in.
nice. Oh, lucky. Just didn't sit down for him. Good football though.
Elise is another one I
Goal
like.
kick.
Yeah.
I like Elise. I like him as a footballer. I like him a lot.
Yeah, likewise. And they've still got Eze on the bench.
Bench,
as well,
well, yeah.
That's what I mean. They have them players that can just switch on them little magical moments,
Exactly.
which worries me.
Which is mad. You think Eze, like he's a solid CM. Like he's a good player, man. I like him. Like attacking player. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
This season's changed so much for us though, because last year I would have been saying, yeah, I'd like Elise, I'd like Eze. Now where we are, with the young squad. I'm looking at more experience and
well done, go on. Oh.
More pedigree than I was before. Unlucky there from Saka.
I will say though, over the last couple of weeks, Saka has been a little bit quieter.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah, like a little bit quiet. I just remember like the Man United performance and then what he's shown over the last couple of weeks. He's still been good, effective, but not his normal, you know, like menacing self.
Do you think that's down to tiredness, or do you think he's just in a position
partly, like, you know what it is, like the whole, every team's got 2-3, you know, man trying to defend against him. He's got to try and work that out now. He's got to, you know, elevate his game now. Like, Mo Salah gets it, and however, you know, people may not rate him or whatever, he gets 30 goals every season.
Yeah.
I guess as well, when you sort of look at it, there's other like qualities that we've got where it sort of releases the pressure off Saka as well.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he looks a bit more quiet, because when he's on the ball, like...
I think it's that swings and roundabouts. I mean, when we started the season, it was Jesus and Martinelli on fire. Saka was the quiet one. Then Saka comes into form, and then people question whether Martinelli's been quiet. Since Saka's been quiet, and I put that in quotes because he scored a banger against Villa. He scored another goal. Was it? Who did he score? Was it? It wasn't Bournemouth.
No, he didn't score against Bournemouth.
But he's still been productive. But Martinelli's been the one 5 in 5, and he's picked it up again. And that's what you need.
Exactly. Share the load.
That's what Liverpool and City have had over the years, you know.
Not relying on him too much.
Yeah.
I think we got to remember he is only still young as well.
Exactly.
And
it's a lot of pressure as well.
I always say this, he's 21 years old. What in, you know, normal circumstances, in any other walk of life, any corporate, you know, job, most 21-year-olds, or all of them, are leaving university. They're not, you know, they're not the most proficient. They're not the best at any job at 21 years old.
They're still learning their craft.
Yeah, they're just starting their life. So for a 21-year-old footballer, you're not expecting him to be, you know, like a Messi. You're not. And even Messi, I'm sure he would say now, like, he's maybe when he was at 28, 29, that's when he had his golden years. What was it, the season that, was it 2017-18, when he got 90 goals? You're there.
I think the 90 goal season wasn't it? It might have been 17-18. I thought it was earlier, but yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, because that's that's about 3, 4, well, no, that's about 6, 7 years ago. It probably is, yeah, because he's what, 34 now.
But Messi's don't come around often.
Often, yeah.
If ever.
And that was my point. A 21-year-old like him at 21, what he was doing, you don't see that. So let's just look at normal 21-year-olds' arcs, and his looks quite good.
Go on, press. That's it.
We have a nothing game at the moment. Just we've had a couple opportunities to get into Palace's box and do something, but aside from that,
fair play to Rob Holding as well. He's won a couple of headers, so.
I know you're keeping a close up.
No. I'm
your favourite player.
I'm giving him the props. Like, people are gonna say, oh, like, I'm just, you know, looking out for the negatives. Like, I'm giving him his props. He's done some good stuff.
It's always important as a defender. I think if you start the game well, win your first couple of headers, your confidence just grows so much.
Settles you in. Ball in, but it's out for a goal. Kick to Crystal Palace. 7 minutes in, not much to really say yet. But Palace have had nothing. I mean,
but they're just gonna do the countering thing, innit?
They're gonna try.
They're gonna try, yeah. They don't care about the possession, do they? They're not gonna bother. They just want to get the ball up there as quick as possible and try and get the flick-ons. And
who's this? Paddy McCarthy?
Academy
coach, innit?
Yeah.
He's one of the favourites alongside Roy Hodgson. I can't believe Hodgson's blinked.
That's madness. That's another reason why they should go down, man. Look what they're doing. You got all these young London street ballers, and you want to have him with what is he, 79-year-old? How old is Roy Hodgson?
Is he like 73 or something?
He retired a few years ago and he's come back already, innit?
Not to mean like I'm ageist or anything, but like I'm just saying, like,
got to move forward. Come on,
man.
The kind of players that they got, that's not the manager for them.
You don't, you know, you can go one way, but you don't also want to just go too far the other way. Nice.
Yeah, go on. Ooh.
Saka, Odegaard, down the right-hand side. He's cut back in. Nice.
Go on, Partey.
I will say though, like, I was expecting a few more shots on target from us. I think I wanted to just start off.
Go on, Zinny. Deal with him. Elise.
Sabu as well.
He is quality.
Oh, he's in.
Quick throw
Is he in?
there.
Go on, yeah.
Is he in? Yeah.
Yeah,
Saka's
go
at the
on,
back
send
post
it.
as well.
Look at Trossard. Look at Trossard. Oh.
You got a couple options. Oh, penalty!
No, that's not a penny. That's not a penny.
Unlucky.
I thought he was going to
Into
cut
the
in and
box, yeah.
shoot, though. He should have just cut in and shoot.
He had Trossard and Saka, 2 options.
That's what I thought he'd do as well. Try and bend it in.
As soon as Martinelli and Saka, you know, they learned that robbery.
Robbery, Robben.
Robin and Ribery kind of cut in from the left and the right. They're going to unlock their game massively. Unlock the game
Saka's
massively.
slowly brought that in, and
He
already,
has been.
but he
Not,
could,
yeah, he can do a bit
Just
more.
get it wide, get it to Ben.
As soon as he gets that whip, whew, different.
Martinelli hasn't really
Come on, get
shown
it.
that yet, but you're
Nah.
right. He gets into those positions.
But that's the
and-
next step of like his development and his evolution as a wide forward / winger, whatever you want to refer to him as.
Yeah.
Because if everyone's talking about him being a striker, he's going to have to learn that anyway.
Yeah, and it comes down to experience as well. Like he'll learn that doing that will elevate his game.
Yeah.
And it's just about timings.
Like he's going to have to in the off season. Like you think about even Theo Walcott when he first came, he was a horrible finisher. Just couldn't get the ball under control. But once he got a bit more seasoned, he became a really good finisher.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about him, really.
Yeah, literally. And his
Saka with
pace.
pace, yeah. A bit of a loose pass there, Saka, but we got it again.
No,
No, we
Go on,
don't.
get that. Hey!
Love that.
Okay. Was that holding?
Ooh, yeah, it
Ball in
was. That was a
behind.
great tackle, but he got. And this was the thing I was talking about, the front footedness.
Zaha
Zaha, I told you. What did I say, Zaha?
just hit the post, bounced back off
Right.
Ramsdale, and luckily went wide.
Now that's not Holding's fault, but what I'm saying to you is, if Saliba was there, he obviously wouldn't have. I don't think he would have done that kind of tackle.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We are very lucky that that's not gone in, by the way.
That could have done the same thing with Aston Villa.
Martinez, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, because look, it rebounded onto
The rebound was lucky.
Ramsdale's
It
body.
could have been a Martinez
And
moment.
that's why you can see why people say that this season everything's going for us, because that could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
see this.
literally, like, we
Let's
have
see if we
had a bit
defend
of
this
luck.
corner, because that was the only really chance they've had. Headed away, Palace back in possession.
Go on, that's
Best chance of the game, innit?
Yeah,
so
or
far.
best effort for sure.
Wow.
Palace have got the ball outside our box, looking to get it in. They are in our box.
Nice,
Elise
good
saying nice
defending.
defending. Martinelli picks it up. No one with him.
Go on, Martinelli.
on.
Get
Go
off it,
on.
come on.
Get off.
That's it, Martinelli.
Get
Drive.
off.
That's it. Keep going out. Pace him.
Nice. Good strength there from Martinelli as well.
The ref needs to be totaling him up though, because that could have been a yellow easily.
Yeah.
Oh, nice ball.
Odegaard. Palace nicked it. Let's hear from Cesar on info station.
Okay, so first 10 minutes in, just to give some people some updates. Apparently, obviously we're listening with muted. The Emirates is rocking. They did a big shout for Vieira, singing his name nice and loud as well. So that's class for me, from the Arsenal fans as well. Love to hear that. Just quickly, I'll be keeping a close eye on Rob Holding throughout this game, because I guess that is the main change for Arsenal. So someone's good person to keep an eye on. Currently, he made 8 out of 9 passes successfully as well. He's been the most involved out of the 2 centre backs, and also aerial duels, completed 2 out of 3 of them. So Rob Holding for me as well has started well. That was a big challenge that he did in the middle just earlier there. But we have to be very, very aware of the threat that Palace have. Zaha is in the side. You just saw the big chance there, hit the post, and it went off the back of Ramsdale and led to the corner. Sorry. So someone to be fearful of is definitely Wilfried Zaha on the counter. But that's the information for you so far in the first 10 minutes. And we're going to head you back to the Matchday Live team right now.
And we're back, and we've just won the ball back as well. Getting into this is a little chance here, a little oh, come on. Back in possession again.
Oh,
Nice. Great pass. Great pass inside from Partey.
I always,
From Saka.
whenever a game starts, I always think what Shirai always says. The first 5 to 10 minutes, you can tell how the game's going to go from the passing.
Yeah.
You can tell how certain men are going to have if they're going to have a real good game or not from their passing.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Go on.
Partey
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Rob,
That's
and that
it.
was nice from Rob Holding again, by the way.
Started well.
Your man of the match.
Listen,
Had 13 minutes.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
He's got his man of the match
any agenda I
already.
have, even if he does play well enough, he's never getting man of the match from me, man.
That is harsh.
I can't. I'm sorry, man. I can't. There's too many other good players on the pitch for me to.
Imagine he scores some wonder goal, and it's like,
Listen,
jeez,
man. My eyes.
like
are,
gets
my
you
eyes
off
are
your feet,
closed.
everything.
Come on.
You got to support your players.
Nah, I do. Nah, I'm joking, man. I'm only messing now. Like,
Is it because of his hair?
No, it isn't. Listen, big him up, man. Pick up the guy, like he's doing his thing. Rating to the guy, man. But I just like, yeah, man. I just miss my
Saliba.
normal centre back pairing.
Yeah, we all do. Obviously, we love that relationship between Gabriel and Saliba. Do we know how long Saliba might be out for?
Oh, that's a nice play, by the way. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's about 3 weeks.
Oh,
they
that's
think.
nice. Unlucky. bro.
Unlucky.
So he should be back soon after the break.
Yeah, but it's a mad one. Hopefully he's back for Anfield because
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sticky.
Yeah.
That's when it
Yeah.
becomes sticky. Get what is it? That would be like Gakpo and Nunes against Holden. Yeah.
That's a long day at the office.
it's already a long day going Anfield. I know they haven't been there themselves this season, but we've seen recently they can pull it out at Anfield. Come on.
Just having a weird season, aren't they, Liverpool? Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
you just literally don't know which Liverpool's going to turn up.
Nice ball in behind. Oh.
That could have very easily been a pen
Yeah.
as well.
Right idea, the touch inside, but
But this is why I don't like
Palace.
us, and he's offside as well.
It looked offside.
Great save.
Great
though.
save.
From Ramsdale. And the linesman flagged
flag
as
up.
well.
Yeah.
Great save that was. And listen, this is the good thing we know. Like Ramsdale is a very, very good keeper, but he has those moments in it. He has those moments in him.
I don't know if you guys have spoke about it, but I feel like he could have done better on the penalties on Thursday.
Yeah, he could have, yeah. It looked like he was just waiting for the taker to kick it and then react.
Yeah, and
More
the
so
one's
than
just
trying.
gone, obviously he saved one and it's gone in, and then one's gone right under his arm.
Yeah.
The second penalty, it was the funniest because you stood in the middle, then the penalty went to the right, and then he jumped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He
too
wasn't
funny.
like preempting where it's
Nah,
going to go.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
waiting to see.
Although I will say that the Hazard penalty yesterday, different. That was sick. The penalty he scored.
I didn't even see it.
Nah, he just kind of literally just waited and he just let. Oh. And yeah, it was nice. That was a good penalty.
He looks young, innit?
Proper young.
We've got to put pressure on him, man.
Yeah.
Corners as well. We scored a couple corners recently. Zaki says, guys, check your timer. Well, I can't check the timer right now. Yeah, timer's all right. That's exactly where we're at in the game. Touching 17 minutes now. So there you go. If you're watching alongside us, it's just past the 17-minute mark.
Yeah, there's not much disparity between.
Diallo says, I'm sorry, but our star boy is having a shocker.
Nah, that's.
Diallo's usually calm as well. I wouldn't say shocker, but
He's
Go on,
good
Saka.
though, Tariq Mitchell, man. He's
Yeah.
good. He reminds me of Wan-Bissaka.
Hey, go on, take a shot!
good strike from Odegaard, good save from Whitworth.
He's a good one-on-one defender, Tariq Mitchell. I think that's a good battle for someone
Yeah.
like Saka.
Ball in cleared. It was a bit down the middle
Yeah.
from Odegaard.
Done well to get the shot off though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that was good keeping? Could he have maybe pushed it a bit further out or held it or?
I think he'll take it. First save of the game really for him.
Exactly.
Must be nerves there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that's another thing. Let's look at his kicking, see what his kicking's like. It's not too bad. So just test everything, innit? Like
On holding.
We've
nice,
got it back in possession in defence.
nice. Come on.
Martinelli
And yeah,
cutting in.
this could be a game for someone like Jesus, you know, to try and unlock the defence, try and keep the defenders of Crystal Palace honest.
Go
And
on.
Whitehead
Go on,
breaking into
Ben.
the box.
Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. There's no need.
Nice
Good,
minute,
nice.
Nice.
Out wide.
I need to see Trossard on the ball a bit more
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, he hasn't really got into the game yet.
No.
Zinni.
Because when you said Jesus, it just reminded me Trossard, because Trossard can do the same thing.
Swing, yeah.
He can unlock them, but he
What?
just
What?
hasn't.
Oh, come on, man. You got to be.
Yeah, he wasn't aware.
You just got to be aware.
Was you guys expecting Jesus to start? Because obviously he started against Sporting. So did that sort of come as a surprise that Trossard started?
No, I knew. After he started against Sporting, I thought, yep, he won't start on Sunday.
Yeah.
I wanted Trossard to start though. Anyway, I think that Fulham performance was so good.
Yeah.
I
He
think
deserved this spot.
Yeah, I think it's
Exactly.
impossible to drop him, man. Because then, what does that say about the manager and Jesus' relationship? You just come straight in after. Oh, is he down?
Mitchell.
Is he injured?
He's
Yeah.
down, waiting for some attention. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they're calling on the medical team.
I'll take a sip of water in the meantime.
But I think as well, I prefer to see Jesus coming off the bench
Yeah.
than Trossard, I think. Especially with tired legs.
Yeah,
think
100%. Yeah, the way him and Fabio Vieira were linking up last week as well was nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
His energy levels are mad. So
Mad.
when he comes on,
Let's see what happened here.
I'm not too sure. Maybe when
Maybe
the
he's
cross
right.
came in, the ankle got hit, but
Yeah, just got studied.
didn't look like anything much.
Mm.
He looks alright though.
Probably
Should
just
be
wanted a
blessed.
sip of water.
But
Do you do that when you're playing?
Sometimes, yeah. If I'm blowing. If the first 20 minutes been heavy, then yeah.
But this is always good because
He's
you
got
get
a
the
penalty.
Arsenal players that can, get the tactical advice from Arteta.
Yeah.
Because this is must win, man. It's must win.
Yeah, it's a
so
huge game.
important, man.
I heard that James B went for a 4-0 prediction on this game.
Yeah.
Boy, that says something.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I thought, whoa, I want to go for a 10-0 prediction then.
Listen, man.
James is never that optimistic.
I was watching for a Arsenal podcast, and that's why I asked him. I knew, but I wanted to see if he was going to tell the truth because he's
okay.
bottom of the table.
Mad.
He's got some.
I understand it though, because we should.
Should, yeah, of
we
course,
should be
yeah,
beating
yeah.
them comfortably.
Yeah.
I thought he would have went, maybe a 2-2.
Only reason why I didn't really think it would be 4-0 is because I thought we could have got a couple goals last week against Fulham, and we didn't.
Slowed it down a bit.
Yeah, in the second half. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's a foul, by the way.
Man, recent games 4-0 Everton, 3-0 Fulham. You know, there has been a few games we have smoked teams. Not quite a 7-0, but on that note, Troy says 7-0 3 points, 1-0 3 points.
What?
Bottlers know themselves. He's just saying it's still
Listen,
3
man.
points.
Troy, you ain't got no homework to do, my guy.
Is that the Man U fans?
Yeah.
The Man U fans just love us, don't they?
They do, man. They're waiting for the demise, man. They want to see it. But you know, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the whole at home? Our performances haven't been as good as away. Like you think about, okay, minus the Aston Villa game of recent, we've actually been. That's a great ball.
Nice, yeah.
Just wait for this.
That's it.
Go on. Go on. Oh, nice.
In the box, headed out, and again.
That's it, Partey.
That's a poor touch, man. Yeah, what do you think about the whole away performances versus home? Because we do seem to be a little bit, indifferent at home with our performances compared to away, where we just seem to just blow teams away. I know, obviously, they don't, do the low block as much at home compared to compared to at home, but
It's a weird one to kind of understand. I can't lie. I mean, I'm looking at it now. Away from home, 14 games. We've only conceded 9 goals. 2 of those were Villa, 3 of those were United. So when you look at the numbers, it's mad. At home, we've played 13, and we've conceded 16 goals.
that is a madness. What do you think?
I don't know. You'd sort of expect, like, at home for us to perform better, having the home crowd and home advantage and everything.
I wouldn't even. The conceding thing is bad. I didn't even really think about it. I was actually just thinking more about the actual performances. Some of our performances have been like, okay, Bournemouth, yeah, we battered them, but like parts of the game, like they were just walking through our midfield. Like the Brentford game, we were horrible for that game. Like
might be the pressure, maybe.
Yeah,
The expectation.
The expectation, and I think this season is very much. Like, this is the first season in a long time where every single game at home we are expected to win, and most of them quite comfortably as well.
Oh,
no way! Saka, get back!
Palace into the
Saka,
box
get.
here. Defended by Ben White, out for a throw-in. Do you think it's more at home? People expect us to go on the front foot, take the game to the opposition.
And it's obviously hard as well because because we're doing so well, teams will come in and they'll just sit in. So it's a lot harder to break down and stuff like that. Whereas when you're away from home, teams maybe come at you a little bit more. But yeah, no, it's a tricky one.
Like I'm looking at this performance. Would I say this is a bad performance? No, but did I expect a little bit more? I think that's fair for me to say that. So I'm
Go
just
on,
looking at
Trossard.
this.
That's
Go
it.
on.
Nice,
Keep
Trossard.
going. Bomb forward.
Come on, you can go. Take ref. No, is that?
Win it
Oh.
back. That's it, Trossard.
Oh, he's
on,
given
man,
that
I
as
knew.
well.
Wow, man.
You didn't give the first one, so how you
Come
giving
on,
the
ref,
second
man.
one?
I
Kill him,
That's not
Xhaka.
calm. I was calm though. You don't want to get a yellow card for no reason, man.
Yeah, but come on. He didn't give nothing for a look.
Good breakaway
that.
from Trossard.
But you know what it is. You know what the referees are like with Arsenal.
Did he
players,
even
man.
get the ball there? I didn't even see.
No, he
touched
dived.
it.
Yeah, he dived. He dived.
Who dived? Trossard?
Elise, he dived, didn't it?
Bro, check that. What minute we on? 25th?
Yeah.
25 minutes gone.
Come on, I want a
Just
goal.
over 25.
Did you do what time the goal scorer was?
Yeah, I did, even though
Oh,
we don't.
I
It
didn't
doesn't
do that.
count, but I still
I didn't even do
do
that.
it. Just for them little bonus points
Throw in for.
that I ain't gonna get.
Yeah, throw in for Palace here. Yep, throw in for Palace.
I bet you still try and say I cheated today.
I don't know, man. But you know what though? It's funny because I thought that the sacking of Patrick Vieira would make them worse.
That's
But
what
I
I
actually
thought.
think that they are a little bit better.
I
said that
I
to
don't
you
think
earlier,
they're
innit?
better either. I still don't know what to make of them.
Nah, I saw them against Man City. They were horrible.
Yeah.
They were so bad. It was not a joke. Like they were bad.
And the thing is, when something like this happens and a new manager, kind of new manager comes in, everyone feels like they got something to prove, and it's almost like a new lease of life.
Yeah.
And I said this can't be the game for them for things to start clicking for Palace because we need to win this.
Exactly. That's why I was saying it's a bit hard to gauge, how the game could actually go,
I genuinely came here thinking, yeah, you know what? We're gonna blow them away because they're just gonna be like I think they would have actually been rallying around Patrick Vieira a little bit, but they actually looked very focused. I mean, they were focused against Man City, but they look like they've come here with a game plan that they just are gonna work hard and do the counter-attacking thing. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit. A little bit surprising.
Bubbled around
Still.
in the box, but cleared by Palace.
No fouls. Don't give a foul away, man.
I guess sometimes in
Nice.
situations like, oh,
Giving away again.
Nice, Ben White.
again.
In there ahead of the Crystal Palace player.
Turn.
Is that off?
Saka.
Touch him! Touch him!
What a finish!
Martinelli.
That is an unbelievable goal.
Beautiful finish.
Sit.
That's it, Martinelli. That's it.
Nah, how many goals he's got
13.
in his last 10 games though?
Oh,
Is it like 7, 8?
Wait, he's on
Wait, he was
13
on 5
goals.
and 5. He's on 6 and 6 now.
Whoa,
something like that.
wow, what a goal!
And a Saka assist.
I thought you should have set it there.
Yes.
Took it on his weaker foot.
Oh, what a finish.
Beautiful.
Finish, Martinelli. Finish.
Beautiful.
What, I said he should start today. I said, they were like, oh, Jesus and then Trossard. I was like, nice.
Nice.
Why? Who didn't want Martinelli to start?
Don't know, they were just like, because he might be leggy. Robbie and James said they would have
Beautiful.
preferred Martin.
Happy for him as well after the penalty miss as well.
Yes.
He needed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
actually, I forgot about that, you know.
I actually forgot as well.
I don't think it was going to affect him, to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, penalties. I think players know it's 50.
Woo!
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love that.
Great finish, man. Great finish.
What a
13
goal.
goals for Martinelli so far this
Ooh,
season.
that's it, mate.
And that's actually Saka's assist. So that's 10 goals, 10 assists for Saka this season
Right.
in the league as
Star
well.
boy.
Only PSG did that as well. I think they've only got their players. Was it Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe?
This season.
Yeah, 10 goals, 10 assists as well, something like that. It's crazy.
10 goals, 10 assists, Saka. Mad. So we've got 1-0 up, people. You know what time it is. Info station. Let's head over to Cecil.
Oh, let's get him.
Come on, little vibes, 1-0. Listen, Arsenal's top goal scorer currently, Martinelli, 13 goals this season. That's 6 in his last 6 Premier League matches. Oh, he's on fire. And like I think one of the guys mentioned there on the Match Day Live, saying obviously off the back of him missing a penalty in the last game on Thursday, it'll do wonders for his confidence. I even mentioned it in the preview by saying I don't think Arteta will drop Martinelli because that'll mentally ruin him. He started today. He's come on. He started firing. His runs have been good, and he's got his goal assisted by Bukayo Saka. What a goal! What a way to kickstart. A good first half Arsenal so far. Still got a few minutes left, obviously, until we get to the first half. But been okay so far. And I want to big up Rob Holding as well. He's been quite influential in this first half as well, defending really strongly and being one of the main defenders out of the centre-back pairing. So big him up, big up Martinelli. Hopefully more to come going forward. Come on, you Gunners. Good start.
Had a little chance there as well while Cecil was talking, the ball into the box. It looked like we was going to win it and get Saturn on target, but Palace defended it, and now they've got a goal kick.
Yep.
But listen, Martinelli, like we just mentioned, players are going to have quiet times. It's up to other players to step up, and that's what's happened with Saka and Martinelli all season. I mean, look how much people are talking about Rashford.
Yeah.
Rashford's on 14 league goals. Martinelli's on 13.
Yep.
People act like that can't be a conversation. Xhaka's down.
Oh,
That's not
all
good.
right. Look at how he's holding his knee.
Yeah, he went down in phases there, holding his knee. He doesn't look happy.
Can't lose.
What happened?
Can't lose him though. I think he twisted his knee there.
That's like a Tomiyasu one against Sporting, isn't it?
This one looks worse. Look at how he skidded round as well. I hope he's all right.
And
He
Xhaka
knew
don't
something
normally go
wasn't.
down.
Exactly.
Let's hope he's all right, because
Yeah, look, even
Arteta's reaction is just saying it all.
it is
No.
mad. Last Sunday we was talking about how strong the bench
know.
is, everyone coming back. Then Thursday happened, Saliba, Tomiyasu. Xhaka's down at the moment.
He's done. I think he's done.
That doesn't.
The way it looks like he'd be done.
Wait.
I said this the other day though. It's like the injury
He's
gods
up.
just. They literally. It's like they're looking at Arsenal. They're laughing. It's like
Oh.
we get all of our players back,
And then we'll go.
and then we only
Couple
Nketiah
games
was
back.
out, and
And,
then we lose 2 players in one game. Like
He's walking all right,
Yeah, it looks like.
but obviously
That'll be a huge loss because he's been unbelievable this season.
31 minutes of Vieira's warming up.
Vieira's there warming up.
Oh, mate. I really don't want any more injuries.
But Emil Smith-Rowe on the bench as well. Must be, isn't it?
yeah, he should be.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
I actually didn't read out the bench earlier. Jesus, Jorginho, Kivior, Nelson, Smith-Rowe, Tierney, Turner, Vieira and Walters in as well.
Tell you what.
What are you thinking, Jorginho?
What?
No, from when you went to French, I thought you.
I'm thinking Xhaka looks all right to come
Yeah.
back on and try at least, but
Yeah, I
Let's
think he's
hope.
back on now.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back on.
You know, sometimes when you get like injured, you don't actually realise the impact of the injury until
Yeah.
yeah,
after.
adrenaline can get you through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you don't want to sort of run that risk.
I've tore my hamstring before and played 90 minutes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of the adrenaline.
And then you're done after.
Yeah, and then the next day.
Yeah, you're feeling
Yeah.
it.
When it all kicks in.
But yeah, it's mad that you can just get through stuff on adrenaline.
Yeah, literally. Because I injured my knee playing football as well. And I didn't realise, like, I'd done full 90 minutes, extra time, penalties. And it's not until I got home, I was like, can't move my leg, like, this doesn't feel right. And then, yeah, I was wiped out for a few minutes.
Once it stiffens up, that's it.
Yeah.
when you're playing,
literally, like, I could not move my leg.
We seem all right. Xhaka's back on, so
He is a warrior, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He is an absolute warrior.
Nice from Trossard there. Ball in, partly.
Yeah.
No, that's Saka. Partey recovers the ball and we're back in possession at the halfway line. 33 minutes on the clock, so just over 10 to go in this half, plus anything added on. And we're 1-0 up.
I like to see another goal before half time.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
1-0 is a dangerous scoreline, man.
So when we come back from internationals, is it Man City play first, yeah?
Man City, Liverpool, midday. Saturday.
Okay, and then we play the same day, but
Yeah.
okay,
Leeds,
just later on.
3 p.m. kickoff, I think Leeds is.
So if they obviously draw,
Oh,
which
wow.
is a possibility, then we could be 10 points clear
Could.
with
Yeah.
a game in hand.
Zaha there fouling Ben White. White holding his
Wait.
face. Oh, he's all good.
Which would be quite nice because, in theory, would there only be 9 games left if we win our game? Well, if we win against Leeds, and we could drop 3 points. Yeah, we could drop 3 points.
If what?
If we win we could drop, in theory, 2 points because then obviously the third point. If we lose the third game, then Man
Obviously,
City
they
go-
have a game in hand now.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
us,
they go.
so-
Yeah, game in hand. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that 10, it was 10, but it's actually it would be 8, isn't it? Yeah.
The cushion's so important because, listen, see, I've got difficult games, but we have
Yeah.
the more difficult running for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Saka
And they've
in
still
the
got their
box here.
Champions League games as well. So
I tried to find Odegaard again, but blocked off,
Unlucky.
headed out, and we're back in possession. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what though? It's funny. You see the difference between Odegaard and you see the difference between Vieira, and I'm like, brother, you got the quality, but too many times I just think that it's just like the little flicks
Yeah.
ain't working for him.
There was one in extra time as well, wasn't it?
Yes,
Where he just
yes.
tried to
Flick
flick
it,
it,
yeah.
and it was.
It was this end as well.
Yeah.
It was this end. And he's got the quality. He's definitely got the quality, but it's just right now, it's just not all coming together for him, man.
Yeah.
It's not coming.
I'm willing to wait, you know, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because he only come into the first team, where was he from Porto?
Yeah, and he came in obviously injured as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he came into
Yeah.
the first team last January, I believe, when Diaz was sold to Liverpool, and then he burst onto the
Yeah.
scene. Quite a few assists, couple goals, I think. Then he come to Arsenal for a decent figure, and then obviously the pressure's on. So a year and a half, that's when I'll really start looking at him and the impact he's making and what he can do for us. I've liked what I've saw from him in general, but there's some things that he needs to definitely
Really
work on.
This season, this off season, he has to go to the gym, man. He has to. Too many times he just gets barged off the ball.
And I think it's hard for him as well because Odegaard's such an important player for us to come in and fill those shoes is very, very hard.
Yeah, of course. And look, every footballer, well, most footballers, you need to run of games. Especially at a new club, you need to get a run of games. But it's just annoying because he doesn't help himself with some of the performances.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't been what we expected. You know, everyone was gassed off these compilations and stuff like that, and then you see him come in and you're like, yeah, you're flattering to deceive right now, my guy.
Troy said switching off, he'll come back when Palace score. When you're switching off, yeah?
you can't handle our quality.
Yeah. Listen,
When's
man,
United's game? 4 o'clock or
I
something?
think
4:30?
4:30, I think, yeah. Because
All right, just wait on your game.
Fulham
my
better
guy.
sort them out, mate.
Title race ain't got nothing to
who's
do
playing
with
now?
it.
Is it Brighton against Grimsby? I think that game's on now. Is it FA Cup? It's the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think Brighton are playing Grimsby now, isn't it? Don't know. I think it was 0-0 earlier when I checked last. Come on,
Let's get something from this.
Man U fans that are actually backing City for the league or
Bro.
they make me sick, you know.
listen, man. You know
They
what?
make me sick.
The 2 Spurs supporters,
All in.
George and Patrick. You two are the most shameless fans I've ever. Man City. One of them actually bought a Man City top, bro. It's that bad, bro.
What? Is he a Man U fan?
No,
No, he's a
Tottenham.
Spurs fans, both Spurs fans.
And
One
he
of them
bought a Man
they bought a Man
City
City
top.
fan because they can't, they're not going to be able to live. Well, listen, the celebrations I'm going to do,
It's going to be crazy.
it's going to be
my
crazy,
God.
man.
Do people know what it is?
Nah,
Tell
but
us.
I'm going to do some madness.
You
Listen,
get exclusive stuff here.
I'm
Tell
going
us.
to do some. Listen, the celebrations I'm going to be having.
No
Yeah.
one's safe.
Listen,
No
man.
one's safe.
Listen, man. It's going to be a good one. So let's hope that we can do it, man. Let's hope that we
When
can.
they
Yeah,
asked
I'm gonna do
when they asked Sir Alex, I'll give it to him. They said Man City, Arsenal. He said I'm not interested. That's the best answer to give because he knows what the Arsenal rivalry
Yeah,
was. He knows
yeah.
Man City.
Oh!
You're right as well, yeah.
Who was that? Gabby.
Yeah, no, I thought it was Partey. Was that Partey that headed it on? Yeah, it was Partey. Must have been Partey.
Partey with the header, just wide.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I really, really, and I think, you know, it would be nice as well because it was basically 2.5 seasons ago when we brought Willian in. I think this was the season where it was a Champions League talk. We were going to win the Champions League, so it would be nice to be, you know, justified in what he said in some respect to say, okay, we didn't win the Champions League, but we're going to win the league.
Yeah.
You know, remember, I don't know if people remember, the season we actually did go on to win the Invincible trophy, the season before, Arsene Wenger said it. That was what made it so special.
Yeah.
He said the season before, this team next season will go unbeaten. And they did it.
Yeah, that's mad.
Matt here says United fans supporting Arsenal, and another one says United want Arsenal to win, so there's no three-peat. Trust me, there is United fans out there that want Man City over Arsenal.
Yeah,
That's just
it's strange, man. But maybe you know what it is, because I don't think they see them as like proper rivals.
Yeah.
They're like that little brother that's going gym now. Like,
Yeah, but at this rate, I mean, the trophy gap is closing and closing.
Yeah, but it's like it's never gonna look this. It's never gonna feel the same, is it? Oh, that's a great ball.
Ball.
Still in play though.
Oh, okay.
Couple attempts getting the ball into the box, but no real nice.
Go on, get that.
Odegaard here.
This touch is just mad.
So
Right-hand
good,
side.
man.
Oh, what
Nice.
a ball!
Finish, go on, Odegaard!
Fucking shoot, man!
Unlucky. Unlucky.
Told you, shoot! You should have shot before.
I thought he was going to pass it to.
I think he just overthought it.
I thought he was going to pass it to Martinelli. You know. You see, Martin.
Yeah.
Not Martin. Is it Trossard?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Trossard on the right.
Yeah, Trossard.
Yeah.
Bloody hell!
It is what it is. Palace ain't really showing anything in terms of an attacking threat.
But they have, bar the goal, if you take the goal out, they've had probably the best chance of the game. So I'm worried about the counter attack. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
This
I
is
think,
why
I
when
think
we
though,
go
if they score, it's definitely going to be from our mistake.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to carve us open.
Yeah.
this is why it's so important to make sure we capitalise when we've got chances. We need to be putting them away, man.
Ben White ball in.
Ooh.
We're getting into their box more and more in the last 10.
Yeah. We're warming up, I think, now.
Yeah.
I think we're, you know, I think, you know what, even like as an Arsenal fan, we have to realise that these players are nervous as well.
Yeah.
So they don't want to make a mistake. They've got a game plan as well. So, yeah, it's about them trying to execute it as best as possible, isn't it? Putting it all together.
Saka on the right. Another ball in, headed out.
Yeah, they can't get out of the half.
Because we're moving the ball a lot now. Like it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure Cecil will have it half time, like the passes. Yeah, like the passes we've done.
Nice.
Yes.
Look like Odegaard was going to get at the end of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go on!
Finish! Come on! Come on! Saka! Goal assist!
Absolutely love this.
Come
finish.
on!
Beautiful
Come
finish.
on!
They're saying
2-0 Arsenal.
They're saying Kim K inspired him.
Yeah. Did you see that? He FaceTimed
They're saying
the
Kim
kids.
K gave him a little sank on the side. Tuesday Kanye's gone out the picture now, you get me?
He is a
He needs to
child.
stay away from Saka.
He needs to
stay away
focus, man.
from
He needs to
Saka.
concentrate.
They're saying what? He's getting a little break off of the side piece and that. Alright. That's a great ball by Ben White as
Great
well.
ball from Ben White.
Love it, Bukayo Saka.
That link up from them again, man.
This boy's just so
Seen it so many
perfect.
times
And
this
this is
season.
what we were saying before about Wilde
Finish.
preferred
Nice.
Ben White to be
Finish.
on the right.
Absolutely love
Because
Saka.
their setup is just beautiful.
Yeah. They got such a good
They got such a
relationship.
connection, man. It's beautiful, man.
Well, I want to see if VAR get involved because I was just looking at the line. It looked like he was onside.
Well, you think it was off?
No, it looked like he was onside, but it does look tight though. But they ain't checking nothing, so it seems alright.
2-0.
2-0.
Yo, that's a great finish, you know. Great finish. But
They are checking it.
For what though?
no, that's on.
Wait.
Nah, he's on.
It's on.
That's
Well
on,
on.
that's
Well
on,
on.
that's
Well
Yeah,
on.
he is on. Look.
It's on. Well on.
On. Surely.
That's a great finish, you know. That's a great.
They've done the
damn-
lines already as well, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is he?
it's a great goal.
Yeah.
Goes down.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, listen, man.
I said one before half time would be nice.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
2-0. What, you want to change your prediction?
My
Little
pred-
cheater.
Oh my God.
Shot blocked, corner Arsenal.
One
I'm
more.
trying to think. I just want to check who
I
scored
wouldn't
mine.
mind.
Well, I put down as my goal scorers. Oh fuck.
I know. Who did I put as mine? Oh, yeah.
Less than 1 minute to go, and then we'll see how much is added on. Probably a couple minutes.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys will answer though. Has anyone's goal scorer scored?
Yep, they have.
Yeah.
Yours, really?
Yeah, they have.
Why? Hey, Aaron's a chick. You're looking at me, bro. He was looking at me to say no.
No, what's going on with you, sir?
Aaron looked at me to say if I was going to say yeah, and I looked at it. So I don't even know. Aaron's a sneaky one, you know.
Why, do you think he's going to change his goal
No.
scorer?
I think he just. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Because when you said it, I looked at him. He looked at me, and I was like, I was saying it.
He's probably thinking they haven't yet, but they will at half time when I change it. Do you know what we should do? Perhaps we should show it to the camera or something, so there's
Yeah, I'll
none
show
of this
that.
cheating. Because Cecil tried to cheat big time on the last watch.
In their box again.
Yeah, you'd be interesting again to see how many touches we've had.
Oh,
Unlucky there
jeez.
from Partey.
Thomas Partey.
Unlucky.
I reckon he's going to get a goal today, mate.
Did you put that down?
No, I didn't. But boy, after seeing
I know.
This is why we do it at the beginning, because you know things change over the course.
I tell you what, I'll be honest. I was going to put Partey down because I thought the keeper, they're gonna have long shots, but I didn't. I put him down. I put someone else down.
Couple super chats in. Zaki says Arsenal are destroying Crystal Palace, the butt of football, and Festa says holding brilliantly, hiding his demons today.
Yeah. Listen, don't talk too soon. Man. Southampton yesterday, they did some magic against Spurs. So
they got that equaliser.
last minute.
It was
penalty.
90 plus. Yeah.
But I will say though, I mean, I'd hate Spurs, but that wasn't a penalty though. That for Southampton, it was not. That was horrible officiating, man.
Yeah, everyone gets it though, so I don't really give a shit.
Exactly. Oi, can we keep a clean sheet?
Oh,
Good
Nice,
defending.
that's good, Rob.
Holding.
You've been saying his name a lot, Lee.
Ball back post, but too
Yeah.
long. Goal kick.
See that out,
Arsenal.
man.
3 minutes added on. We already played a minute and a half, so not long to go.
He's been good. He's been real good. I'm not going to be shameless.
Who?
Rob Holding's been
yeah.
good.
He's man of the match.
Listen, Martinelli for me so far has been good. I think Saka's been good. I think he's been menacing. Odegaard's, I think, been constantly a threat.
Partey's been good.
Partey's been good as well. And you know what? I'm going to give a shout out. And again, I watched the Forever Arsenal the other day, and I think under the radar, just doing his job, especially the game like today, Gabriel. He's just done what he's needed to do.
Couple in the chat saying Ben White, and yeah, I'd
Yeah.
agree with that as well.
Got the assist
Think-
for the goal.
An all-round great team performance.
Yeah. This is what we want, though. We want games where you don't know who the best player is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of those this season.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
You want games where you can't pick the man of the match, or nice.
Sit down.
Looks like we're just seeing this out
Yes,
to
yeah.
half-time. 30 seconds to go. Ben White on the ball into Saka. Unlucky there.
Whenever opposition defenders have it, it's like Odegaard is just always there, man, just pressing
He's
them.
onto them.
But that going to your point, now we don't have any midweek games, nothing to concentrate. There's no excuse for no one to be running around, intensity, pressure, all of these things, because they can just kill themselves off on the pitch, obviously,
Yeah.
for at least 70, 80
Half
minutes.
time.
Nice.
Beautiful. 2-0 Arsenal.
Come on. Job done first half, 2-0 up. Just got to see it out now. I mean, Aaron, you expect more goals in the second half?
Yeah, I think we've played really well. I'd expect a couple more goals in the second
It'd be
half.
nice to cut the goal difference. What's the goal?
Why are you
It was
laughing?
5 before this game, the difference with us and City. Now it's 3, I believe.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get a couple more, Lee.
Yeah. Listen, I think, get as many goals as possible, and not goal difference important, but also just to get, the momentum of scoring goals, because Man City, what they're doing right now, 6 yesterday, 7 during the week, they're getting some rhythm. So I think for us, put the fear factor into them as well, man. Like, they've tried to put it into us, pause, whatever. But I think we can give it back to them and show them that we're a good team.
Yeah, Shah, second half, see it out, score more goals. What's the plan?
Score more goals, mate. Might as well capitalise on that goal difference. But I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far, and let's just double up on this score so far.
Come on. Listen, before we pass it over to Cecil on Information Station, click the link, big up NordVPN. You can scan the QR code too for an AFTV special, plus a mystery gift.
Why do you think you're unable to access new content on your favourite streaming services?
It's raining that day. We mustn't forget that it's been raining, so... It's been raining!
How did you end up with harmful malware on your laptop? Was that rain as well?
It's a disgrace!
What you need is NordVPN. Think of it as an umbrella, but just for your online activities.
I like umbrellas.
You'll be protected from harmful malware, viruses, and hackers.
Anything else?
It's super fast, and you can use it on up to 6 devices. Protected with complete freedom at the touch of a button.
You, sir, are not a disgrace. Thank you.
Remember, with the AFTV special, you can get a bonus gift.
Yes, people, welcome over to the information station for this halftime catch up. Listen, I'm going to provide you with plenty of information because that's what James News usually does, so I'm doing it. But before we go into that, we'll go into some of the opinion stuff and what I've seen on Twitch. On Twitch, everyone's talking about the Kim K and Bukayo Saka. Keep Kim K away from Bukayo Saka. A lot of banter there over on Twitch where you can find us and get your comments read out there. I've seen on the YouTube comments, people bigging up Ben White. Had a great start to his first half. Obviously, remember, he is playing up against Wilfred Zaha. He actually locked him off in the opening game of the season as well. It's interesting we're seeing it again today. It's been superb so far. I've mentioned Rob Holding many a times throughout this information station cut too. But yeah, no, big up those two. Been superb. We spoke about Martinelli and his goal. Bukayo Saka, he didn't come to me when we scored, but we've got some stats and some information for you. This is a good one. I can't lie. I enjoyed this, yeah. Bukayo Saka has now scored as many Premier League goals as Patrick Vieira. Very poignant, eh? It's a pretty good one. That's a good one to take with you. He's also scored 11 goals this season, which actually surpasses his last tally of his goals from last season, which was only 10. He's now on 11 and 10 assists. That is a great return, by the way. 11 goals and 10 assists for the young man. I believe that's the only... Yeah, he's the top for goals and assists in this season from an English player as well. So big up Bukayo Saka and big up Martinelli, the 2 goal scorers so far. Team are doing so well. We've got some generic stats for you as well coming in. Arsenal took 9 shots in that first half, with Palace only taking 2. 3 shots on target from Arsenal with 1 shot on target from Crystal Palace. The possession stats, which I'm going to mention the possession stats quickly because I remember at the start of the Matchday Live, the panel was talking about, we want to see a fast start like Arsenal against Fulham or Fulham against Arsenal, how quick that we came out. And you can kind of tell how the game was going to go from the intensity that Arsenal showed in that beginning of the start of that game. Now, the intensity wasn't that high in the start of this game. I'll be honest, Arsenal didn't come out firing, didn't come out too quick. And Palace seemed like they were going to be at it. So it was quite interesting. For the first 15-20 minutes, it seemed like the possession was quite equal. But towards the end of the half, I'll give you the possession stats here. 69% goes to Arsenal, with 31 to Crystal Palace. 323 passes for Arsenal, whereas Palace only have 150. So yeah, it's been a good start. It's been a good half. We saw Granit Xhaka go down. I was looking around all online for the information of how serious that was, but I think he just overstretched. Now it could be a little twinge, but he got up quite confidently and started carrying on playing. So it might have been a slight twinge, but I think he could play through it, and we've seen that in the first half. He continued on playing. What else? Any other big moments as well? Again, we spoke about Bukayo Saka, see him try nutmeg Tariq Mitchell. There's going to be a good battle. I mentioned at the beginning there's going to be a good battle between those two throughout the game. 2 very good players. Bukayo Saka with his goal, which they're currently showing on the screen now. Assist from Ben White, I believe. Yeah, it was his through ball. He actually did a through ball just before that with a brilliant weight of pass where Saka crossed in and got to Martin Odegaard, but unfortunately didn't find the opposite pass to the left side for Trossard or Martinelli. He went by himself and went wide. But Saka did score his goal, which was lovely, straight past the young goalkeeper, 19 years of age. 19 years of age. I know there was a big discussion on the panel at the start of the match day live. Now he's going to be nervous. I think most keepers are nervous when it comes to the Emirates, but from what I've seen so far of the crowd, obviously we can't hear anything. I have to keep reiterating that. But what I'm seeing online, them guys, they're singing Vieira's name. They're very loud. I saw the videos of the Ashburton Army before the game coming through the tunnel, absolutely in full voice. So he's going to be nervous, the young 19-year-old. And I know this is stereotypical and this is very generic from a manager, but get his shots off early, test the keeper. That's what they always say. And I feel like that's what we needed to do. And if I'm honest, he had a good start. He made a good save in the first half. So did Aaron Ramsdale as well. He always makes a key save in a game that can always tip the game on its head. But Aaron Ramsdale made a great save, but so did the young keeper. But I now feel like, you know, it might start running away from him. With a confident side, Arsenal at 2-0, they might start opening up a bit more. Palace, that is, open up a bit more, which will allow Arsenal to get in behind, get some more shots off, and really put the keeper under pressure. He is really he played in the under-18s. They made 20 appearances last year and they came second in their league, so he hasn't had much experience with the first team. He does seem assured in his kicking, I must say, but I think the second half it may run away from him, considering, you know, the team are going to come out flying with confidence. The Arsenal side are 2-0 up. I predicted 2-1 at the beginning. I don't know why I predict that. No, because I'm just nervous going to every game so far. But I know James predicted 4-0. I'm sure many of the panel predicted high scores, and we may see that in the second half, depending on how Palace come out. But it's looking like Arsenal may run away with this going forward. I'm going to quickly just read through some of the comments and the chat that we have here over on YouTube and on Twitch. Again, I mentioned it before at the beginning of this. Kim K is the talk on the Twitch right now. People also saying we win the league here on Twitch. And Fish Boy X says Saka is the effing GOAT, and he's a young star boy with a tremendous return so far this season. And big up as well, I missed the name here, but we got a subscription here on Twitch, so big up everyone that's subscribing over on Twitch for us. We've got to give you a big thank you. Come and join us again. There'll be plenty more content coming directly for Twitch, whether it be FIFA or more of these watch-alongs, and giving you the love that you guys need, because we love the Twitch community over here. Let me head over to the YouTube comments, because I'm sure there's going to be some, I don't know if there's some haterade people in the comments. Normally there is some, rival fans running in to be like, you're going to lose this and you're going to bottle it. But it is 2-0, so I feel like there might be a little bit less of other fans in here, and probably, hopefully some Arsenal fans. We've got some super chats to read out. Zaki Fahad says, Arsenal is destroying CP, the butter football. Oh, look at me. I'm such an idiot. I read this super chat earlier, yeah, and I thought this person was bantering, saying CP, and I'm thinking of Sporting CP, and I was like, these guys just won't let it go. But obviously CP stands for Crystal Palace. A really dumb moment there for me again. That's probably up there with another one of the replays from last week. But yes, we are destroying Crystal Palace. I think since from the 30th minute or the 20th minute, we kind of kicked into gear. The butter football is back. Something that I know many fans probably wanted to see. Home form was a concern of mine. I heard Gunnar Lee mention it on the live. It was quite stressful watching Arsenal at home of recent, doing last-minute winners or not, dominating games. But right now, I feel like we're in control, and it's what we need. We've got Ricky Proctor here, says, guys, I'm watching Arsenal play great. I'm thinking and worrying about Haaland. Is that normal? Also, has Cecil been dropped from the couch? Oh, Ricky, how do I answer this one? Dropped is a bit of a harsh word. I've been dropped in my football career, but never in my work life here at AFTV. I haven't been dropped from the couch, but obviously James was away at the game today, so someone had to hold the fort. We haven't got a special guest with us. It is just me holding it on my own, because I can do that. Sometimes man can dictate play. I can control from the couch. I can control from here. Have not been dropped, certainly not. So Bentner Banner says Cecil was rested. I like that term more than being dropped. I was rested. It is nice being here on the information station and gathering your own thoughts. But yeah, rested, definitely not dropped. Uno-C had a big Real Madrid game not too long this week as well. I also played in a semi-cup final yesterday, so I'm just having a rest. I had a lot of minutes recently. An impactor. You lot, I swear I love you lot online. And rowing about Haaland just quickly. No, Haaland's in great form, but the Premier League table doesn't lie. Right now, you look at it, we're currently top of the league. No matter how many goals he scores, the Premier League table does not lie. So yeah, obviously be worried about it, but boy, It doesn't matter when the Premier League table says it is what it is. Here we go. Brandon been talking with a super chat, says, man, I'm so tired of some Arsenal fans always worried about Man City. Let's just worry about us. 10 games to go. Oh, I think that's a direct shot at the super chat above there from Ricky. It's interesting, isn't it? Because being an ex-player and being just a fan, you know, firstly, in games and football matches, you know, when you play a game, like, don't worry about the opposition. You know, we're focusing on us. In this circumstance, I think at times, listen, I'm not looking at City right now. There's nothing to look at. They're in cup competitions. We're in the Premier League and we're going for the title. And again, when the other teams have games in hand, you're obviously going to watch them eventually, but it's nothing to worry about as long as we get the job done. We win here. We got 8 points clear of City, and like I said, mentioned before, they have Liverpool on their return from the international break. And if we win our game against Leeds, we go 11 points clear. And if they lose against Liverpool, these are all hypotheticals, but I am more focused on Arsenal now. I was focusing on the Europa League and Arsenal's Premier League campaign. Now all I've got to focus on is the Premier League for Arsenal. So it is game by game. And yeah, keep an eye on what they're doing. I think Arsenal being superb. I'm very happy with their performance so far as well. It's nice to see a home performance. I want to go and dominate now and get a James prediction, get a 4-0. Send a message to the rest of the league saying we're not playing, we're going to get this fortress back. Vijay Pandey with super chat, thank you. Jay Farada, Jay says, every time Cecil says Kim K, he rubs his hands. Kim K, eh? One day. But big up Kim K in the Emirates. I believe she was filming a documentary for Disney. That's what I heard when I read about after. Right, just quickly some more information if I've got any that's coming from online. We've got here, teams to have multiple players aged 21 or under score more than 10 goals in the Premier League, goals in a single season. I do know that Alexis Sanchez was the last person, yes, in Arsenal with more goals and assists than Bukayo Saka of recent. So he's in good company there. Bukayo Saka with double digits. I think a lot of people are talking about that. Obviously the 11 goals now, and 10 assists. But yeah, everyone's buzzing right now. I'm gonna go to some of the comments as well here on YouTube. Giuseppe says Cecil's multi-talented. Thank you very much. I do a lot of things. Rusterman says we're coming to snatch that trophy. I believe he means the Premier League top trophy. Howell Brown says big up Rob Holding. I want you guys to let me know your man of the first half. Let me know, the players are coming out onto the pitch, but let me know your man of the first half. Mine, obviously we've got 2 goal scorers here, Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, but I'm going to give it to Rob Holding. I love giving it to the underdogs and the players that, you know, people put a lot of attention on. They're kind of waiting for the slip-ups and whatnot, but Rob Holding's been so assured. I know people mentioned Gabriel from the Matchday Live, the panel did mention him, and he just does it, goes through a half and never really gets spoken about because he's just very consistent. But Rob Holding has been very good in his tackles, his aerial duels, and also playing out from the back there. So for me, Rob Holding's my man of the half. But Bukayo Saka, again, breaking records, as always, is someone you got to mention as well. And big up Gabriel Martinelli, a great bounce back from, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, missing a penalty on Thursday. He's come back with a tremendous mindset and scoring his goal and looking very sharp. Salik says, Kim K one day, Cecil, aka Militao. Listen, I've met a lot of people. I never say, impossible. Nothing's impossible. Kim K is on the list to be met by myself. See if we can bring it to AFTV, but wouldn't that be a great video we could provide there. No changes from Arsenal in the first half going into the second half. They are about to kick off, but I am about to head back. I'm just going to make sure I don't get any, I haven't missed out anything. Vijay says, why is Emirates so quiet? I don't believe it is. Kick-off for the second half has begun, and I'm going to head back over to the Matchday Live, people. Thank you for joining me for the half-time, and I'll see you again very soon.
Yes, we're back, people, and we have just kicked off as well. Like Cecil said, no changes. And we move. 2-0.
Let's go, boys.
2-0 is a very tricky scoreline. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Easy to get complacent, and obviously if a team scores, it changes the course of the whole game. So it's important that we start well. If we can get a nice early goal as well, kill off the game. Yeah,
if we can get an early goal, I think we go 4s, 5s in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was during the half time, I was like, why this is a nice routine win for me. It feels like a nice routine win. You know, we've been here on watch-alongs where, you know, that's a great ball.
Nice.
Wow.
That's That's it, Saka. Do
What?
your thing,
Into the
homie.
box.
Send it in. Oh.
Jeez. But yeah, I feel
Great
like
start.
maybe the crowd. I know Cecil was. I kind of heard him talking about it on the information station over there. Maybe the crowd are just, this is a normal. This should be a normal routine win. They're 12th in the league, but they're not far from being 18th in the league. They haven't won a game in 2023.
Yeah.
They, weren't taking shots on target.
Nice.
Oh, love that pass. Go on, we can still got it. Go on, Zinni. Oh.
Couple of
Okay,
opportunities
still got
there.
I think you
Saka
can tell
getting
Arteta definitely said take shots at this guy, by the way. But
Yeah.
I
Go
just
on,
think
do it, Felice.
for me, it is a little bit like I'm happy this is the kind of game that we're having, rather than, panic stations.
Mentally, we've done very well all season.
Yeah.
Exactly, fundamentally.
I think the main difference this year is I feel like we've managed games so much better.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I feel like even when we go up, it's always a case of can we hold on? But I feel like this year,
We went for years of that.
this year especially has been the first year where when we go up, I'm confident that we'll stay up or we'll go get another one or
This
two
is
goals.
Football, man.
Yeah, same. That's been a big change.
Yeah.
What's that, a goal kick?
Yeah.
And listen, Palace. I don't really know how or what Palace would do in terms of the second half, because I don't know. It would be interesting to see their goal difference, because they're not going to want to, get a 4 or 5-0 loss, because what are the teams around them saying?
Let me have a quick check.
But again, even so, I feel like that plays in our favour because I back us. Even if a team does drop in and sit in, I back us with the quality we've got.
Yeah. That's why I don't think it's going to be. Unfortunately, I don't see a 4-5-0. Because I just think the second half we might get, I don't know, 1, possibly 2 more goals, but I don't see us kind of going full throttle because we don't need to.
Yeah.
But if we can, then why not?
Yeah, no, if we can, 100%. I 100% agree with you, but sometimes it's about just conserving energy as well. Managing the game, seeing the game out. The opposition team, if they're not coming out, you don't want to lead it to a point where that we can get counted on.
Yeah, so be a bit open.
Yeah.
Playing devil's advocate though, I mean, if you look at the top of the table, come the end of the season, goal difference might play a factor for us as well. So you may look at it and say, well, actually, we're dominating. We need to knock 4 or 5 past them. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Against Fulham in that first half, we should have been 4-5 up. We was 3 up, but I just wanted to myself, get a couple more in the second half.
100%, 110%. Well, listen, it should have been at least 4-0. Because Jesus should have 100% scored.
Yeah.
Xhaka should have 100%.
What was he doing? What was he doing for that one?
It's because he wanted it on his left, but he just.
Do you remember the football?
That would have been.
I know that was
probably been goal of the season.
Levels, like that was an absolute pleasure to watch.
I said it always reminded me of the goal we almost scored we scored against Norwich. Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
That one was mad though.
Yeah. That goal will go down in history.
Yeah. Giroud, Wilshere, bang.
Did Martinelli have a chance in that game as well?
Yeah, Martinelli had a chance. Obviously, we had a goal chalked off offside as well.
Yeah.
Which was the right call, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. It was a good pass inside from Xhaka. We've reset.
Come on, nice.
Ben White into Saka.
Who's your lot's favourite player?
It is Saka for me, but I like a lot of the players now. That's the thing.
Too many to pick
I just like
from.
the way Saka's just.
No way.
No way.
Saka just kept on going.
Yeah.
Obstacles, knocks them down. Setbacks, comes back, gets better.
And I think because he's one of our own as well, it just makes it even sweeter. And we haven't had one of them for a while. Obviously, you got Rashford at United.
Who's yours though? Saka as well.
I would say probably more from a appreciating football standpoint, probably Odegaard. This season, I feel like, and he's not your typical captain either. Which I like as well. He leads in a different kind of way from his pressing and like his quality on the ball, his ball retention and stuff like that. I think this season he's probably been the best in the league at that. So,
what about you, Charlie?
Yeah. Do you know what? It is really hard to call because like we've got so much talent on our team, and there's players, you know, that people would have been sort of underestimating. For example, Odegaard, not sort of giving him the credit that he's due. That's been really like showing up and like proving themselves. But do you know what? I'm just gonna go by. I'm gonna say Saka. Reason being is because like he's just like so perfect. Simply put, like it's just like he can't do anything wrong, and I just adore like everything he does, everything about him as a footballer. It's just outstanding, and the fact that he's so young and just the qualities he has at such a young age, I appreciate him. So yeah, I'm going to say Bukayo Saka.
Listen, there's at least 5-6 players that are in with a shout.
Yeah, exactly, easily.
One. Martinelli would be Partey would be another one.
Yeah.
I'll have Saliba too. Gabriel would be another one. To be honest, Ramsdale would be another one for a lot of people as well.
Because that was going to be my next question. Who's you lot's gonna? Because you know they have to pick the player of the year, so they only have 4 nominations.
Yeah.
So like, who would be your top 4, and then who would be your player of the year?
Do you know what this feels like right now? You know when you've got kids, you can't pick your favourite child. Like you have to love them all equally.
I ain't gonna lie, man. There's always a favourite, bro. The last normally.
No, there's one child that's easier than the other.
If you get 2 kids, it's always the last. Or if you get 3, so it's never the middle child. So if you're a middle child, you are not the favourite at home. Just letting you know that. So yeah, man. I would say though, my favourite player is definitely Ben White. My top 4 players of the season has to be Zinchenko. I think Saka, Martinelli because of the numbers, and I think it would have been Jesus, but I'm going to give it to Xhaka. I think Odegaard would have been there as well, but I think because of what the arc for Xhaka, I think Xhaka will be in the top 4, but I don't think he'll win. I think Saka will win it. I think obvious. Yeah. Listen, man. I don't think Rob Holding's even going to go to the awards. He's going to be on his travels to his new club, hopefully. So,
who's yours, Aaron?
My player of the year.
You got to your top 4 though. Top 4.
Yeah. So my top 4 would be Saka, Martinelli for the numbers. I would say Odegaard, and
he's up there with numbers as well.
Yeah, Odegaard, and then my last spot, I'm going to give it to Xhaka. And the reason why is because when you're at a club and obviously you've gone through what he's kind of gone through, it's not easy. And I feel like now he's finally kind of reaping his rewards. Yeah. And I'm happy for him, man. And he's been a very, very important part of our season. He's added a lot. Not only, he's been known for being kind of a defensive player and stuff like that, but this year he's really shown his qualities going forward as well. Yeah. And it's something that
that was
needed.
Beautiful, mate.
Nice.
Go on, finish!
I spoke it into existence.
Woo, love that.
Hey, perfect timing.
Can I just say though, I'll say it afterwards. I'll let you finish.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, literally, like I was saying, that if you look at the Xhaka when he obviously came off the pitch and the fans were booing him, he wasn't contributing like this to that team, and it's arguably better than a new signing because he's coming. He obviously knows the club, he loves the club, he wants to be there, and for him to kind of be chipping in like this in such an important season for us, obviously with the title push as well.
That's
is
a great finish,
perfect.
Beautiful finish.
The guy just clattered into it as well, and he's still.
Are you going over to them or? Because Charlene, will use your top 4.
Yeah, let's go over to information station to hear about this goal. Gives me a bit more time to think.
Wait, I don't even know.
Very well.
I didn't even.
I love that Charlene is sending over the camera to me. But listen, what a goal. Granit Xhaka there with his celebration again. Obviously saw that as sporting. The great goal as well. And I want to mention about how Xhaka, I feel like he's more involved in the goals now that Trossard is back in the side. Obviously we saw it when Jesus was in the side at the start of the season, that there was more link up. It allowed Xhaka to have more freedom and going forward, and you're seeing more goals coming from him when Eddie Nketiah is out the side. And that's no diss to Eddie Nketiah, but you can see that Trossard and Jabo Jesus play very similarly. He's mentioned, the panel mentioned it as well, the similarities between them both. And I've been watching Trossard actually throughout this whole game. He is actually dropping quite deep to pick up the ball. That might be frustration because he wants to get involved in the game, but it's also allowing Xhaka to take that space going forward, and probably why you're seeing him score a lot more as well. So big up Granit Xhaka. They spoke about it just there, spoke into existence. The arc that he's had at Arsenal Football Club is the arc of what I've seen of Arsenal recently as well. The turnaround has been tremendous, and Xhaka's been a big part of that as well. Definitely in contention for player this season. I think he deserves that as well, more than anyone. What a goal, well taken. Big up the team on great fire, and it's looking like, you know, Arsenal are really going to run away with this game, which is what we all needed going into an international break. We can just cool off a little bit with a nice result. I'm going to head back over to the main panel. See you guys in a bit.
We are back. It is 3-0, and on the subject we was talking about, listen, I don't disagree with anyone's force so far. It's just mad, you know, Partey hasn't got a mention yet, how important he is. Defensively, I think, you know, that's been a big part of our success this season too. So Gabriel Saliba could be in there. It could be any four at this moment. And Ramsdale's made so many key saves this season as well. I know people at times have doubts, and he does have the error in him, but look at some of the saves over the last few weeks, for example, the Aston Villa one at 2-2, the Bournemouth one at 1-0 and 2-1. He's been a big part of it as well, so it could be.
I just think, you know, with the keeper, unfortunately, they just don't always get the shine. Like, you know, I think it was De Gea, he got like player of the season 2 or 3 times in a row for Man United.
Yeah,
but
3 times.
They were just so poor that it was such an obvious decision. But you know, I think when you think about the goalkeeper, that's a nice play, by the way. But when you got the goalkeeper, he's so instrumental, but we've conceded quite a few goals as well. So that's why I think the defenders, unfortunately, won't get the shine. But I put Zinchenko because I just think he's transformed the team. And I didn't put Partey because he missed the Man City game and he missed the Man United away game.
But doesn't that kind of tell you more that that's the 2 games we lost?
Yeah, it does. But what I do think is that because Xhaka did play, that's why I put him in there.
I get you.
That's the only, because I don't know. It will be interesting. Did Xhaka miss a game this season in the Prem? I don't think he has.
I think he has.
No. I don't think he has.
No, he was on the bench for Bournemouth, wasn't he?
But he came on.
Oh.
Whereas Partey, and he missed the Leicester game. I think he did because Jorginho played, didn't he?
No,
sorry, Aston Villa. He missed the Aston Villa game because Jorginho scored. No?
Didn't Partey miss Villa? So
no, I'm saying Jorginho played. So I was talking about Partey missed the game.
Partey missed Villa, yeah.
So my point is that he's been amazing, but I just think because he's missed a few games, that's why. But Charlene, who's your top 4?
I wanted to avoid this question. This is actually really hard to call. Oh my, all right. Well, obviously I said, you know, my favourite player is Saka, so... Well, actually, that means he won't be in my top 4 because he's already, like, my favourite player, isn't it?
No, but I'm saying, you know, for the, you know, at the end of the season, the Arsenal awards.
Well, Saka, for sure, up there. Jeez.
It's hard, man.
It is proper hard. I'm going to give it to our captain, Odegaard, as well, because he's shown a lot of quality. Like, he's just... on completely different levels that I wasn't even expecting from him. So Odegaard, the other 2.
There's no wrong answer, Sean.
There isn't.
I know, there isn't.
This is Rob Holden.
Listen, man. Bolton need a defender, man. They're in League One, I swear. So.
Who?
Bolton.
What, is that where you're trying to send him to?
Nice.
What are you saying? Release him in the summer?
Yeah, let him go, man.
Mate. So that's my 2.
You need 2 more, man.
Martinelli. For everything he's been doing so far as well.
You name 3. You're struggling to name a 4th.
I know, there's just so many options.
It's too much, man.
I'm going to say Partey, reason being, like, he is fundamental. You know, he is the spine of the team, and we see that. Like, when he comes on, he just changes up games. Like, so Thomas Partey for me.
But who's your player of the season, though?
Bukayo Saka.
There you go. Let's hear from Cecil as well over at Information Station.
Just quickly,
told as well they're about to make a sub-Arsenal, about to see Gabriel Jesus and Kieran Tierney enter the field as well, which is quite exciting because I think Gabriel Jesus is going to come on and probably light up this game even more. And they'll bring the crowd a lot of confidence. I'm being told as well that they are singing Vieira's name so loud in the stadium. It's echoing around the Emirates, and it's not obviously for Fabio, it's for Patrick Vieira himself. I have a little stat here. The last one was Bukayo Saka, has scored the same amount of goals as Patrick Vieira, which is very, very a coincidence. There's another one here. This season has seen Granit Xhaka's best goal scoring form in all competitions with 6. He has, I believe, yes, here it is. This is also the only season thus far where he has more goals and assists than he has picked up cards. That's 11 goals and assists with picking up 8 cards in his career as an Arsenal player. That's just a flick back to old Xhaka to what we're seeing now. It's very good, and we just see him there picking up Ben White and congratulating him, giving him a cuddle, and then getting the crowd buzzing and up for it. What a great game so far, 3-0 for Arsenal. I'm going to head back over to the lads on the couch.
Ben White done well there against Zaha, and then went back in for the second ball. Hyping up the fans as well. And listen, I'm just looking at the Premier League table now. Our goal difference is now plus 40. Man City's plus 42.
Really? It's that close?
Yep.
Oh, man.
As I say that, it's plus 39. Palace have just scored from a corner kick.
Oh, mate.
Who was it? Schlupp.
But do you know why that's so disappointing? Is because it's almost like we're not learning. We've conceded quite a few goals from set pieces.
We have.
And I know it can happen, right? It can happen, but
It can.
No one expected the first
It's just
misheader,
dropped
and it
right
just
to him.
dropped, yeah.
Dropped perfectly to him.
just need to keep our head in the game. You know, you don't want to have a situation which we saw yesterday. That's very disappointing, though, man. You know, very disappointing.
No one's going to be more disappointed than Ramsdale, though. We saw how much he wants to.
Unless it's a foul.
Oh, is it?
But they're around the referee. They're talking about something.
Is it going to get chalked off?
Checking for a handball, apparently. So we're seeing a replay now.
Let's see. Possible handball.
Is that? Oh,
is it?
It
Is it a handball?
It is, but I think it's
I can't see properly.
It's one of those ones where
If that's unlucky, if it gets.
Exactly.
No, but isn't that the? Did they not change the rule that if it's an accidental like that? To be fair, that looks like a goal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
it does look like
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like
it does look like
that
it'll
looks
be
like
given.
a goal. I'll be happy if it's not, but it looks like a goal.
Because it's too close to his body.
Yeah,
as well, so.
yeah.
And with some movements, you need to use your hands.
Oh wait, what's going on?
Is he going to check?
Yeah, it's a
check
goal.
it? Oh, it stands.
They're giving the goal.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Yep, they're giving the goal. No handball. So it's 3-1 Arsenal. 64 minutes gone, people.
Come on, boys, let's go.
Trossard.
Tierney's coming on.
Tierney's coming on for
He's
it.
got that
Is that
game
for
face
Trossard?
on, like he's ready. Well done, Trossard.
Hey, it's another assist in the bag.
So what? Who's gonna? Oh, okay.
Jesus
And
as well.
Gabriel Jesus.
Ready.
Come on, Tierney.
That's good management though, because Trossard, Tierney didn't play the other day, and I felt a bit bad for him getting the Europa League game. So for him to
Do you
play
know
today,
what? Thinking about it though, because he was coming back from illness, maybe he wasn't really like
maybe, yeah.
fully ready.
So Zinchenko off as well.
Yeah, well
Tierney
done,
and Jesus
Zinny,
on.
our boy.
Come on, hopefully Jesus can bag a goal just before international break.
2-0 Brighton.
Next 10 minutes is so important now.
Yeah.
100%.
When a team scores, it's so vital that you just kind of kill the game. Don't let them build up any momentum.
Yeah.
Because if they were to get another, then it's a very different game
Hands
to
on deck.
It would
a
almost
very
feel a bit
comfortable
like
3-0 performance.
Yeah.
It would almost feel a bit like when we played Brighton in New Year's Eve, and like we were like coasting. Then we let one goal in, then we made a mistake, and then we scored another goal just to kind of kill the game. But I think they was meant to have a penalty or something like that in the last
they had
minute.
a goal disallowed.
Yeah, they had something like that. Yeah.
Matoma, I think. Scored
Yes,
the
it
third,
was,
and
yeah.
then he was disallowed.
You know, and I remember the first goal they scored was because Saliba made a mistake. So let's just hope that you're right. We've got 10 minutes.
Come on, Thomas.
Because it really had nothing for us. It was a set piece, and that is, has been concerning in recent weeks, the set pieces. But aside from that, they've had nothing for us. So hopefully we just get control back and.
Yeah, see, look, that keeper, yeah, you can tell like there's a little bit of
vulnerability.
yeah, you can tell you could easily rattle with the throwing.
Go on, come on, boys.
The corners.
Cleared by Palace, up in the air, just outside their box. And yeah, we're back in possession. Tierney on the ball.
Well, let's hope.
Hey.
Come on, man. Let's hope Jesus can get a goal, man. I think that will kind of make everyone a bit happier.
Yeah. I reckon he will. Like the other day, he looked hungry for a goal, mate.
Should have scored against Fulham, man.
Yeah, Fulham, yeah.
He's come back looking sharp, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what's good? What's even better is the fact that we've not come back and said, oh, like, yeah, he's been a bit rusty. Oh, go on. Oh, he's come back and he's looked a bit rusty. There's none of that. He's looked solid. He's looked ready and hungry for real. So we've not had to rush him back.
Yeah.
Viraj says much love from San Francisco.
Big up to our San Francisco family.
Big up.
Saka here over the corner. 67 minutes gone.
Need to stick this one right on the keeper.
So how many players for Arsenal have gone to the internationals? I don't know.
We've got Jorginho, who's gone Italy. Saka, Ramsdale.
3.
Come on.
Partey 4. Saliba's not going for sure. Gabriel Magalhaes isn't going. Martinelli, is he going? Did he get picked?
I don't think so, no.
No. Jesus, Ben White's not going as well. Tierney, did he get picked? Probably.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
So that's what, 4? Tomiyasu, he won't go, obviously.
Yeah, because he's injured.
They're friendlies, isn't it? It's not qualification.
Yeah, no, just Odegaard, he probably got picked too. Well, he's a captain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 5.
Go on, Odegaard, beautiful.
So maybe not. Oh yeah, Xhaka probably 6 because he's captain as well.
Nice.
Arsenal in possession again. Odegaard inside, Partey.
So a fair few players of
nice ball.
They're going to be in their international teams.
Poor ball in from Martinelli. Keeper's got it.
But it's been a good reaction from the goal.
Yeah.
Dominated possession.
That's it, Arteta.
Yeah.
Do you remember how he used to charge up and down that touchline? Almost like the...
But you know what? People, you get like the Richard Keys and that moaning, but as an Arsenal fan, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, listen, Arsene Wenger was an absolute, amazing manager, but especially in the last 10 years, it did annoy me a bit that he would sit on the bench and allow his players to feel like...
Oh, shit's hitting the fan and my man just sitting there. Just
like just letting stuff...
You wanted to see something, you wanted to see some...
Not even making subs, you'd just be sitting there. That was the annoying part, but listen, man, no one can talk about Wenger in a bad way. He's goated, but
I think the fans almost needed it, didn't they? They needed someone on the sideline who is going to be like that and is kind of actively
young,
kind of spurring the team on and just showing a bit more passion.
Aaron, for you as a player, what do you like from your manager? Do you like a manager who's sort of like Arteta, like, come on, let's keep going and sort of giving that instruction? Or do you like a manager who's a bit more reserved and they teach you everything on the training ground and it's like, now go and express yourselves? What's your preference?
I think on a game day, like, energy like that is very much transferable. And for me, if I have a manager on the sideline who's kind of similar to Arteta and is kind of like spurring the team on and stuff like that, I think it does transfer onto the team. Whereas if you have a more kind of laid back manager, for me it allows people to kind of go out onto the pitch with a little bit less kind of intent and kind of intensity, if you like. So for me personally, I would love to play under someone like Arteta, who's kind of passionate and kind of giving it a bit on the sidelines. I quite like that.
Do you like the whole like getting instructions? Like, do you think that's like good for the players during the game? Because you
not so much. So I've played under like a couple of different managers, and for me, I feel like it's so hard when a manager, say for example, if they're kind of like screaming at you instructions and stuff like that, it sometimes is quite distracting. And like if, let's say for example, you make a mistake and they're kind of shouting at you and trying to have a chat with you on the pitch, it's like, you know you made a mistake. You don't need to hear that and have a conversation with them whilst the game's going on. Have that conversation at half-time or kind of after the game. But yeah, it can be, for me anyway, I find it quite distracting. I like the fact that people can be vocal and kind of spur the team on, but...
Come on, where's the pressure?
No.
Bro,
No.
where's the pressure, man? Come on, boys.
We've got away with one massively there.
Zaha with a chance there.
Oh,
It looked like they would just get it in the back of the net, to be honest, but
exactly.
I could see that before it was even happening. I'm like, bro, you man are just standing there.
Partey losing the ball inside, one pass, just waiting to be
Nice.
tapped
Then
in.
you got Elise there.
Get ahead in the game, boys.
Yeah,
Come
if we're
on.
not careful, it's going to be a very tricky last 20 minutes, man.
Yeah, you can't give them nothing to chew on right now, man.
This reminds me exactly of that Brighton game. Exactly.
One more goal just kills the game.
Right.
Yeah,
We score one more,
yeah.
it's out of reach, but
Oh, that's what we need right now.
yeah.
Because in theory, yeah, this is like a 2-0. It's like 2-0, isn't it?
Yeah, which is the worst scoreline, I feel like anyway.
Which is weird, because you think it would be 1-0.
Yeah,
because they can come back, but the 2-0 thing is like, yeah, the players start, you know, resting a little bit, and then the team that are 3-1 up, they find it difficult to kind of get the momentum back in it.
yeah. Just complacency, I think, and concentration. If you're 1-0 up, you're hanging on to only one goal, whereas you can get complacent if you're 2 goals ahead, I think.
Thought that might have been a foul, but
Yeah,
it's
well,
not.
yeah.
Arsenal throw. And Ben White's taking it.
It's good though, man. It's a good damn performance overall.
Yeah, as long as we see it out.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
3
yeah.
points,
Exactly.
8 points clear, that would be perfect.
Then have a nice, well-deserved break.
Yeah. Well, I mean, next week, no Premier League football. We're all going to be missing it. Got to be suffering with the internationals.
With the Saliba injury, I don't actually mind, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really want Bukayo Saka to play, if I'm completely honest.
No, but
But
he's like one of the main men for our
I know.
Yes!
Is that Thomas Partey?
Saka!
What a finish, Starboy!
What
a finish! Just when we needed it as well.
Exactly.
Just one
I'm
more.
saying.
And a Tierney assist.
Yeah,
And a Tierney assist.
Beautiful.
That is important because he's getting so much flack. People say that he can't cross. He's a cutback merchant. That's a great pick out there and a
finish.
fantastic finish.
What a finish.
And now the game's put to bed, as you said.
Beautiful.
Yeah, put to bed. Do you know how hard that finish is to do first time coming in at that pace?
These are the games. Oh, what a
Finish.
goal!
What a goal, man.
Absolutely.
That's 12 goals, 10 assists in the league.
Only one player in the league that's done that, as we said at half time. Saka,
Yep.
a list by himself.
Oh, Starboy.
Listen, man, I'm happy for Tierney.
Yeah,
man.
happy for Tierney
Listen,
as
bro,
well.
I wanted-
Yeah, likewise.
So is he
Tierney
not-
needed that. Like, you look at the smile on his face. That just says it all, man.
Yeah,
how much
man,
that meant to him.
I'm happy for it. And you know what? It's funny now because I was going to say to you, lot, should you think we should take any what is that? What's that?
Oh, always
no.
making us proud.
Do you think that we should make any?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, offside, because he's in front of the keeper.
They might actually give
Yeah,
that.
he's in front of the keeper. Yeah, it's not a goal. It's not a goal.
Oh, to take that away from him, man.
It's not a goal.
Oh, no offside.
Oh,
okay.
perfect.
The goal stands.
Come on.
Beautiful.
I thought they'd take that away, you know?
Yeah. Maybe he actually wasn't offside then.
My God.
Maybe.
As in, he wasn't off
Maybe.
behind the last defender.
They didn't actually give us any angles, they just
Yeah.
showed the goal again.
I ain't complaining, boy. 4-1 it is.
4-1. Back to plus 40 goal
That's
difference.
nice though.
City plus 42. And let's head over to information station and get some thoughts from Cecil.
Yes, people. I'm going to be speaking with everyone, I think, after this game about Bukayo Saka. We've got to start talking about the great player that he is. I know us as Arsenal fans can be leaning towards bias, but he has been absolutely incredible. That's 12 goals. That's 12 goals this season. That's crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. And do you know what? Funny enough, I was actually looking at Kieran Tierney and his positioning when he came on, because I was thinking, Zinchenko's been, dropping into the midfield. And what I've been seeing so far is Tierney taking up the left centre-back position and Gabriel getting further up, then drifting into midfield a little bit, but also he obviously got the assist for that goal. He created the space, being higher on the left and being higher and forward, and then got a great cross into the box. So Kieran Tierney, the wonders of good for his confidence as well, which I like to see, because I believe it. 10 games left. You need a whole team to come together. You need a whole team to come together and be firing and confident. And that's the only way you're going to get over the line when it comes to winning the Premier League title. It's looking good so far. Another great goal for Bukayo Saka. I don't know if there's any numbers that I can really read out to you over here. Just more the fact that, Bukayo Saka is in tremendous form, and Starboy is a title he deserves. Big up Bukayo Saka. Head back and over to the main sofa now.
And we're back. Palace got a free kick just outside our box, so a chance to get a shot on goal. Too far to give away, but we got the 3-goal cushion back.
If I'm being in the wall, that's the position I want to be. I don't want to be standing up in front of it.
Ash says, unreal football today. Saka and White, superb.
Straight into the wall.
And listen, I can have my thoughts about a player. I think Holding's been very good.
I knew he was going to mention Holding.
I think he's been very
Why
good.
are you so obsessed with me?
I gotta be real, man. I don't like to do the whole shameless thing, man. Like, if I've been on to a man before, give a man the praise. Like he's done well.
He's done his job.
Yeah, he's done. I think he's done really well, to be fair. I really do.
Oh, is Gabby alright?
I think the ball went into his chest, innit? I think him and Gabriel has been good.
Keane says Kim K's magic is working with Saka.
Listen,
Saka's had magic.
Listen, mate, he got that.
Don't put it to Kim K. Saka's been on point all season.
Isn't it? For how many years?
And to be fair, since he's 17, innit, that Europa League game he came in, he just
Emery, innit?
Starboy things.
Isn't it? Do you know what I love about Saka as well? Like, he's just so humble. But he's, one of them people that are just so amazing, but they just don't even know how good they are, because they're just humble with it and focused. And I think that is like a good quality that he's got. Just so humble, but just absolute class.
Yeah, he is.
Come on, let's get another one.
Yeah, the only thing that would make this the near perfect performance would be if Jesus can get a goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? Saying that, lovely.
Saka mate.
You thought the defender was going to nick it.
Who was Odegaard?
That's great play though by KT again. I tell you what though, just to add on to that, I think not only Jesus, but I think ESR, it would be nice for him to get a goal now.
Yeah.
I think he's been through a lot. He scored 10 goals last season, then got injured.
Oh my.
Oh, okay. Come on, let's finish this.
No, that's not a pen. It's not a pen.
You knew what was coming next.
Because I knew you was coming with that. So I knew you was coming with that.
Nice, Rob. Headed back. Crystal Palace keeper in possession, coming up to the 80-minute mark, so just over 10 to go, plus anything added. Let's see what happened here with Jesus. Nah, he dragged it a bit too heavy.
Yeah. It's a difficult one as well, because you can see Jesus, he wants that goal bad, but sometimes when you're searching for it too hard,
you don't
it
get
ain't gonna come. He needs a goal to just go off the back of his foot or his bum, like just ricochet in, and then he gets that one, he might grab a couple more.
Nice.
That's poor Elise, man. But again, Ben White.
Nice.
Do you know what's been so impressive about Ben White is the season that he's having, but like it's out of position for him as well. Like a lot of people forget that when he was at I think it was Brighton, he was playing like CDM.
Yeah. And Leeds as well. He's playing centre back. Yeah. So, but the reason why Ben White's my favourite player is because when you see his interviews, like from the start, he's not like a football lover.
Yeah.
He's never watched football. Like his family's not into football hugely.
He does his job.
He just does what he needs to do. He's happy living his life. And he does his thing, man. And listen, when you talk about technique, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there one of the best. Like You see his precision kind of crosses.
Yeah.
This season, in the team of the season, he needs to be in the right back
110%.
position.
110%.
It's coming, boys.
When he crosses the ball, it always goes to a man.
Yeah,
Our team.
Very, very rarely gives the ball away.
Very rarely gives the ball away. Like, he's just like an absolute technician of a footballer. He can play many positions. He's you think about when he started the season, he wasn't the best overlapping, but he's got better at it. So you can see the vast improvement as well. I just think for me, man, like when I think about lovely
Nice.
KT.
KT defended well. Ramsdale to Gabriel.
That's why we can't sell this guy, man. You just come in and you got him on the bench.
Festus has said, has Arteta told Jesus to take it slow today? I don't see why. Not sure why you...
Oh, Emil Smith-Rowe is coming on for Bukayo Saka. Oh, and Jorginho's coming on as well.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Smith-Rowe and Jorginho, yeah?
Nice. Partey will be off then, that's nice.
2 subs coming on. Let's head over to Sesso and Information Station.
Very interesting, that one. I was going to say cut over because I knew about those subs a bit earlier. That Jorginho and Emil Smith-Rowe entering the pitch, which I think is good news for the Arsenal side. You want to see Thomas Partey rested. Emil Smith-Rowe needs minutes, and there is 10 minutes left from what we have on our clock. So, I mean, we want to see some impact from them. They haven't entered the field yet. I want to see Emil Smith-Rowe's coming on for. I believe it is Jorginho's. Oh, Ben White's coming off. That's an interesting one here that we have on here. Ben White leaving the field as well. Also had a very good game, by the way. Like I said, he's had Wilfried Zaha pretty much in his pocket the whole game. But it's nice to see Jorginho and Emil Smith-Rowe entering the field. It's something we need to see in protection of all the rest of our players. A nice break for the international break coming up, so it's good for them. Let's hope we come back with straight fire. It's been a great game for the boys so far. Martinelli also leaving the field as well. I'm going to head back over to the boys on the sofa.
We're back. Smith-Rowe's on. Martinelli's
Well
off.
done, Martinelli.
And it was Jorginho for Ben White, right?
Yeah.
I think the Ben White one makes sense because of the demand of the role. If you think about it, they've also taken Zinchenko off.
But what are we doing then, formation-wise now?
Be interesting to see.
It looks like 3 at the back. It looks like 3 at the back, and then you've got Saka as maybe a wing back, and then Xhaka as the other wing back.
Tierney, innit?
Oh, is Xhaka?
No,
you mean
3?
he's tucked in?
Yeah.
Tierney's taking up Zinchenko's position here, midfield.
And wait, Xhaka's over on the left.
Tierney has played midfield before.
I guess defensively we'll see.
Go forward, bring it forward. Come on, bring it forward.
Arsenal playing at the back. Ash with a super chat says, can't believe we signed a player in January that'd keep Jesus on the bench. Big up Arteta, big up Edu, and of course big up Trossard.
What play. Oh, what
Very
play. This is beautiful. Nice. Make the right pass. Go on. It's just so good, man.
Composed.
It's just so good. Look.
Confident, just...
And look
Gliding.
at that. You know what's nice about that pass from Jorginho? It's forward.
Yeah.
It's a progressive pass. Now, if we had El Nene, we know what he's good at, but that's not one of his things. And I like El Nene, to be fair.
Showing a quick highlight of the FA Cup game between Brighton and Grimsby. Brighton 3-0 up now.
Brighton doing bits, but...
Against Grimsby.
Yeah, what league are they in?
Are they League One or even below?
Grimsby, League
or
2.
League 2, yeah.
Yeah, League 2.
But they're doing right though this season. They can finish top 4. Because they got, I think, like 3 games in hand.
40 says Martinelli and Tierney on the left. Absolute pace. We have so many good ball players, but there is still no substitute for pace.
I think also the Martinelli sub was the right sub because he played 120 minutes as well, innit? I forgot about that.
Forget that.
Got his goal.
Even though he's not going to Brazil.
But still.
So I was going to say, James said he actually thinks this international break's come at the right time.
Yeah, it has.
But do you not think it has, or minus the Saliba injury, obviously?
I think that's a big part though, man.
Go on! Whee!
I think you can't minus that. Because Number one, I feel like the chance to go 8 points clear without Man City playing, it'll give them a lot to think about. Now they've got Bayern Munich in the next round. For us now with Saliba out and then Anfield round the corner, it's good for us to have the break.
Is that Kivio?
Who the hell is? I was about to say, who is that, bro? Bro, I'm looking at him thinking, is that Ruel Waters? But I know that ain't him.
It makes sense to let him get some minutes in.
But yeah, no.
Well done, Gabby. Absolute quality.
They are coming off for Kivio.
Say if,
Might as well bring Kivio on. Let him get some Premier League minutes.
Man City did play a Prem game yesterday and they lost. Do you still think that the international break would be the perfect time?
I still think, you know what, where we are, the young squad, the young manager, heading into the last 10 games, it's nice to have the break to just kind of look at where we're at, focus it a bit more. Not that they are focused already, but it's a good chance to just take a step back, appreciate what you've done, but just know that what you've done is nothing. This is the next 10 games now.
And I think it also puts a little bit of pressure on City because now they can't get those 3 points back on us. They've got to wait. It builds up the kind of the tension for them, and they'll be thinking about this. They'll be watching this game and they'll be thinking they're 8 points clear. That their next game is a must win. They're going to want to play that as soon as possible. So
and that's
the fact
Liverpool
that,
for them.
Yeah. So
But
the
you
fact
think
that,
though, yeah, this is me just doing some scummy thing in it, but the last year when we played, when we came back from international break, what did we do against Crystal Palace and then
I remember
Brighton and then
Holding's all over.
and then who was the other team? Was it Southampton? So do you think that this is going to
the
be?
squad's in a much better position.
yeah, I was
now.
going to say it's chalk and cheese. They're two completely different teams.
Yeah. But you just, that's my, the crumble.
Didn't we come back from that with Tierney injured?
So yeah, we lost Tierney and then we lost Tomiyasu. No, we lost one of them in the game and then we lost Partey in the game.
And Tierney got injured for Scotland in the
international. Yeah.
And then you see the lineup we played and you look back at it now, it's very different now, isn't it? Very different. Listen, people, I think Cecil's got some thoughts. Let's head over to Info Station.
Yes, people. So I have to mention this before the game comes to a close. Our back four currently is Thomas Partey right back, Holding centre back, Kivior on his Premier League debut, big up Kivior, playing next to him, and on the left we have Kieran Tierney. That is the back four currently for Arsenal. Partey did play actually cover right back for Atletico Madrid as well, just to give you some insight there. But interesting to see Thomas Partey playing right back with Jorginho in the centre defensive midfield. Something to keep an eye on, and hopefully we can keep the goals out towards the last couple of minutes of the game. Heading back over to the boys and Charlene.
Saka with the corner coming up to 89 minutes. There's 10.1k in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. We're on 1.5k, but with 10k in the building, we can get it to 3,000. And don't forget, people, there's fan zone after this game during the full-time show. Corner in, Whitworth's got it, Crystal Palace keeper. Fan zone after this show, that's a chance for you guys and girls out there to have your say. Download the AFTV Plus app through the App Store and whatever the Android users use, and follow the instructions and you can take part too via video link. So make sure you're there, people. Full-time show. I think James will be back for that one. He's at the game at the moment, so it'd be interesting to get his thoughts around the game too, and it'd be interesting to get yours, and that's what Fan Zone's about. So make sure you download the app, follow the instructions, and you know what it is, people. Love for the love.
Well, it's nice. It's a nice, easy, routine victory today. That's what we like at the Emirates.
Innit? No stress.
No stress.
No playing with our emotions.
This is definitely not a Bournemouth ending to it.
And I think again, this just shows like the difference in the team, because of years past, like this is where we would have kind of probably slipped up.
Yeah.
This would have been our banana skin, and this year, like I mentioned earlier, I just felt so confident going into these games. It's not.
This is our first win against Palace at the Emirates since 2018.
It's madness.
Wow.
It's madness.
Last four, it's been 3 draws and a Palace win.
We've done a double over them. I would be interested to see when the last time we did a double over them.
Yeah, I mean, it quite possibly
Probably
could be
well,
2018. That could be the
maybe.
last chance we would have had having won the Emirates fixture.
I remember, we've had opportunities, but we've either dropped at home
4 minutes
or
added on.
Yeah, man.
All these are small tests that we're passing towards the big ones. I mean, the start of the season, when we had the Friday night fixture, it was like shit. Remember what happened in the season before the Friday night fixture?
Mental.
Passed that test away from home. Brighton, another one. Obviously, we slipped up against them last season. What did
Go
we do
on,
this season?
ESR.
Was it 4-2?
Yeah, 4-2.
Nice. Oh, misread.
That's going to be a hard game at home though, because we struggled against them at home as well.
All over.
Go on,
Palace.
Kivio, get this.
Get there.
Let's see the pace. Apparently his metrics. Go on. Nice.
Not today.
Hold him up.
Well defended to stop it, but
That's good tracking back though. That's
Nice.
very good tracking
Well
back.
done.
corner for Palace.
Right, let's defend this, boys.
Actually, I will say as well, that's
Zaha
good
looks
management from Arteta, because I don't know if Kivio would have had time to get another, opportunity to play.
Without European League.
And
now
would
as
he
well.
have got a Premier League medal if he don't play?
I don't know, I think they have changed that. Back in the day, it used to be 10 games you need to play some of.
But I thought it was
get-
like minutes now. I don't know. I thought like you had to at least have played for Arsenal,
Goal kick.
because then that means all the youngsters that are in the squad can.
Possibly played for, yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Chat, if you do know what are the rules behind that in terms of a Premier League winners medal, let us know. I'll do a bit of research behind the scenes as well, but
Because Royal Waters, he's on the bench. Does that mean he gets a Premier League medal?
nah.
Nah, I don't think so.
And Ethan Nwari.
Apparently it's 5 games now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Ethan.
Imagine
Nwari,
15 years old
getting a Premier League medal.
medal.
That's mad.
That's amazing.
So that would have been crazy. So then that means he won't get a Premier League medal then, because he won't. He's not going to get 5 league
No.
games.
No, 5. A lot of people are saying 5 appearances, so it must be that. And we are in the second minute of the 4 added on.
Because I don't
4-1.
see Kivio playing 5 times for Arsenal. I can't
Nah.
see it.
Unless you have games like this where you can bring him on for the last 5
Yeah.
to build that up.
But then when Saliba's back, it's going to be
There you go.
you're bringing on Holding if you're bringing on anyone really. aren't you?
Or Tomiyasu.
Yeah, or Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
So he
Exactly.
definitely ain't going to play.
Yeah, but these men have already racked up 5 games, no? Holding might not. Holding.
No, Holding. No, I was talking about Kivio. I'm just talking about Kivio.
Yeah, but I mean, because them men have racked up the games already. If we have any more games like this towards the end of the season, last 10,
Yeah,
and
maybe.
you need to bring someone on, maybe he has that in mind to bring Kivio on instead, to give him.
Bit interesting though. I would feel very sad for him, man, because you're part of the squad and you can't really celebrate like. 'Cause you ain't got the gold. Although he did play, but unlucky. That would have been mad if, imagine Ethan
That's
Nwari.
it, Georgie.
He literally just had a trophy, and he could lift a trophy and get a medal.
So they're starting here saying, according to the
Hey, well done, Ramsdale. Get that out.
According to the official Premier League website, a player must play 5 Premier League appearances during a title-winning season to receive one. However, the champions are given 40 commemorative medals made of silver to distribute around their squad and staff members that they see fit to deserve in one.
Okay. Or staff members, does that mean, the backroom staff as well?
Squad and staff, so...
Okay, so, yeah, that should be enough to kind of go around.
Into the last 20 seconds now, so this one's wrapped up. 3 points in the bag, 8
It's
points
alright.
clear at the top of the league table. Just 2 goals off of Manchester City's goal difference. They have a game in hand, and it is the international break coming up.
Do you know, I'm actually really, really proud of the team because they got Haaland who is firing shots, and that goal difference was mad. Do you remember? It was a big difference. So
Game
Woo!
done. Game done.
4-1, baby!
Come on.
Well done, team. Let's get our balls out.
Excellent result. 3 points in the bag, and we bounced back. Lee's just excited to show his prediction, so let's get
God,
it.
mine's missing.
Let's start with Aaron on the right, and we'll work our way around. Aaron, what did you go with?
So I went for a 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I have got the goal scorers.
Yeah, you do.
Aaron done amazing.
Saka times 2 as well.
You're actually
And then
good.
Martinelli.
I thought my one was good, but your one's even better. I went with 3-1 as well. I went with Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard to get the goals.
Wow.
Go on, Lee.
I did go for a 3-0 win. I don't know if you can see it because it's a bit faint, but I said the goal scorers would be Trossard, Saka, and Xhaka.
Wow, you've not done all better than me because I went for a 2-0 win, Trossard and Holding to
You
start.
actually went for Holding, yeah.
You're trolling, innit? You're trolling. She's trolling me.
I'll take that for you, Aaron.
She's trolling me. Here, Sean.
There you go. There you go. There was a couple people that predicted 4-1 in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
I remember that. James predicted 4-0. He wasn't
4-0, yeah, he did.
He wasn't far off.
Yeah.
Man of the match? Is it Saka? 2
Bukayo
goals?
Yeah, it's gotta
Saka, man of match for me.
Yeah, 2 goals and
Absolutely
assists.
love him.
12 goals, 10 assists in
Mad.
the league. Martinelli's got 13 goals. We are looking good at the moment.
Yeah. That puts us into the international break in a very, very
Nice
strong position.
Yeah, exactly. Even with the goal difference as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying. You know what? I do wish we could play next week, though.
just keep this momentum
Yeah.
flowing.
But I do, listen, the injury thing, 100% that's important because Saliba is really, really important to the way
Thomas
that we play.
Partey.
100%. Arteta there talking with Partey, all smiles. Saka clapping the fans.
Big 3 points today.
If I'm Arteta, I'm making sure I tell every single one of you, man, do your stretches. Make sure you're
Innit?
eating right.
Yep.
Don't be doing nothing to jeopardise your position, our position for winning this league, man.
I'm calling the international manager and saying, yo, take it easy on
Yeah,
these.
Yeah,
I am, bro.
exactly.
If I could, I would. But, you know, Saka's always going to get paid by Southgate. How many games is it? 2? Was
believe
it 3?
so.
It usually is where they're free.
Oh, I thought it
Sometimes
was
it could be
2.
3 because you know sometimes
Sometimes it
in
is
some
3.
breaks it's 3 for some people.
Yeah.
I was
Sometimes
like,
Assuming
it's 2.
2 because it is the friendly stage. Of
Yeah,
things.
maybe, yeah.
I think
But
the
I'm
qualifiers
hoping,
technically
man.
free.
I'm hoping
Just
that.
don't burn out our boy.
Listen, man. Not just one of them, all 6 of them, or whoever it is. Odegaard, he's going to
Yeah,
play. 'Cause
exactly.
He's captain. Xhaka's captain. Saka's going to play all the time. Partey's captain. Well, no, he's not captain, but he's going to play a lot. Like, that's 4 already. Tierney's going to probably play
Yep.
because he's not played a lot for Arsenal
Yeah.
as well. So I think, look, there are a few players that are going to go away, and let's just hope. I think ESR as well. I forgot he got called up by the under-21s as well.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Balogun did
Okay.
as well. Yeah, so not that he played.
Holding done his thing today.
Holding did do his
Your
thing
man
today,
of
man.
the match. Who's
Listen,
your man of the match?
my man of the match is listen.
Owen, oh my
The star boy. The star boy is he scored 2 goals. You can't go any further than that. I
And an
thought-
assist.
and an assist as well. But if I had to obviously choose someone different, I would have said I would have definitely said Ben White. I thought Ben
Yeah,
White was excellent
Yeah,
today.
that's a solid game. I'm going to ask Aaron Sutton while I do. Let me know in the chat who your man of the match is. Aaron, I mean, first time we're talking today, your debut on AFTV. I'm not sure when we're going to get a chance to talk again, but we're 8 points clear. City have a game in hand. Nothing really in it but in terms of goal difference. Do you think we're going to get over the line this year and get the Premier League title?
I've said it before and I'll say it again to everyone. I said when the last 10 games come and we're still at the top of the league, then I'll speak. And I'm confident now. From everything I've seen this season, we're a completely different side, and I just think at the minute we've just got too much for a lot of teams, and I think I would have been worried about the bigger games this season, but even the bigger games that we've kind of got coming up, I'm still confident in us. So I think we'll get over the line.
Because of your background in football now, I want to also add on top of that, Newcastle away, Liverpool away, City away. What do you think we need from those 3? Because those are the 3 fixtures everyone tends to look at in the last 10 and say they're sticky ones. 3 massive away fixtures. What do you think we need to take from those 3 minimum in terms of points to go on and win this?
I think minimum 6. I think if we can go 2 wins and a draw, it's ours.
Yeah.
I think because the City game will be huge.
Massive.
Because it will be almost like bragging rights. It will do a lot of things for like morale in the camp as well.
Yeah.
So if we can beat City, I think City is definitely the most important game. If I would rather beat City, beat either or Liverpool, and then lose the other game. Just because I think it will just do wonders kind of for.
A win at Etihad would be mad. A win at Anfield would be mad as well, to be honest.
So realistically, are we going to get 6 points away at Anfield and away at the Etihad? We might do, but that's wishful kind of thinking. So I'll take 1 win, there, and then win the Newcastle game as well, and then I think that should see us through, really.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I was saying 5 points minimum out of the 9 available, maybe a win and 2 draws.
Yeah.
6 would be great, 7 even better. Lee, 10 games to go, 8 points clear, international break. Are you in a position to say if we're going to do it now or not?
Do you know what? It's this funny one because the first game back is April the 1st, and I think that's April Fools, isn't it? So it'll be foolish for me to think Liverpool can do us anything. But listen, let's hope that they can, make it a bit more tight and confident for me to, fully fully believe. I do believe 100%, but I just, you know what it is? Any team other than this team and probably the 08-09 team with Man United when they had Tevez and Berbatov and Rooney and Ronaldo, I think this is the team you don't want to be chased down by. That's the problem that you've got. They're relentless. They're so good. So listen, fair play to them. But I think we're really good as well. We're a really, really good team. And let's hope that, you know, when we come back from internationals, no problems. I think if we've got no injuries, for sure, you know, I think we can do it. Saliba's going to be massive. No matter what anyone says, Saliba's going to be massive because the defensive partnership.
He has been massive, so.
You know, the defensive partnership is one that you can't look around. So, yeah, man, I believe. I think this team's done more than enough to show me, you know, game in and game out, away from home, at home, that we're a good team and we can do it. And more importantly, I think the manager's showing that he's got the nous to take us to the title. So, yeah, we can. And I believe we will.
Shah, dare I ask you?
You don't even need to ask me. I think the whole world knows what I'm going to say. I mean, this team's just been absolutely outstanding. Massive, massive result today. And I've been confident for ages that we're going to win the Premier League title. And I still stand with that. Every single Premier League match, they just fill me with even more confidence. So, yes, we're winning the Premier League this season.
There you go. Listen, a lot of people saying Saka, Ben White as well in terms of man of the match. I'm seeing a couple of Holdinis in there as well.
Wait, but hold on. I know you're the host, but what are you saying? Are we winning the league?
We should.
I like that.
We should.
But listen, I don't know where you want to go with that. I don't know if anyone else is happy with that answer.
The big 60 set up? We should, bro. We should. That is it. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of we must. So
we should.
I don't know. We should.
That's it. One last super chat here from Alex. Rival fans piping up out of the woodwork after Sporting banished back to the shadow realm. Enjoy your draws, Chelsea and Spurs. Come on, and Aaron, it's been a pleasure having you on, my
Yeah, thank you for making me welcome.
Well done on your predictions as well. You've done amazing.
Might have just been beginner's luck. I don't know.
Listen, man.
I'll take it nonetheless. Nah, it's been great. Thank you for having me.
Soon as well,
100.
Yeah, look forward to it.
We'll make it happen. Love as always to Shah and Gina Lee.
And you as well, our beautiful host.
Come on,
Love, man. Love.
Birthday boy.
Love. Listen, people, it's a 4-1 win. It's 3 points. It's 8 points clear, and the goal difference has been cut down. A perfect Sunday afternoon after the low point of getting knocked out the Europa League. 10 games to go in the league. An international break now, welcomed by a lot of us. And we move, people. Before we do go, I just want to say thanks again to NordVPN for powering the matchday experience. It's their birthday, so get the AFTV special plus a mystery birthday gift from them. You can use NordVPN on up to 6 devices. Don't forget to scan the QR code or click the link in the description, people. Love for the love. Hit the like button on the way out. Peace.
Wow, Lee, you're levitating.
NordVPN has made me one with the universe, Cecil. No more pop-ups, no malware, and I'm saving money exploring international prices. Also, all my devices are protected by next-generation encryption.
So you found peace?
Yes, Cecil. Just change your location in the app and transcend space and time.
Wow, I feel invincible.
Tell the nice people what to do.
Click the link, people. Click the link.
Go to nordvpn.com/AFTV now.